Beware, says ESPN front office insider Bobby Marks.
It's a year-to-year type job. That's how I look at it. It's a lot different going to, some of these other places that have draft picks and cap flexibility, or young players that you have like a kind of a long runway to develop. But here you're kind of on a win now team, but as I said, like a lot of cracks in the foundation. It's when you have three players that are earning, $130 million, you are not relying on draft picks or younger players. It's, you're in a win now mode here. So it's one of 30. It's LA. So there's the appeal there. I think it will be interesting as far as how much security that person gets. Frank was on a 3-year deal, and then they wound up extending him for an additional year for next year. And that was kind of the big turnoff with Ty Lue, 3 years ago, was that they weren't going to give him one of these long-term packs.
A name that's been mentioned, Raptors coach Nick Nurse. He led Toronto to a title in 2019, but also signed a multi-year extension in 2020. Still has 2 years left. It's Tuesday, April 12th, birthday of David Letterman, who's 75 today. New York, hosting an NBA play-in tournament game tonight. Nets and Cavs in Brooklyn. Yankees and Blue Jays in the Bronx. And speaking of baseball, Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. is here this morning, 8:30 Eastern with Key, Jay, and Max. They're next. I'm Jay Reynolds. It's ESPN Radio.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max starts next at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN News.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good, really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless, now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, America's #1 brakes destination. We have the pads, rotors, drums, shoes, and brake fluids to improve your stopping power. Right now, save 15% when you get any 2 Duralast rotors with a set of Duralast brake pads. Missing a tool? Ask about our free Loan-A-Tool program and borrow the tools you need to get the job done.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the MPD Group 2021. Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool.
Hey, it's Eddie here, and Ram is on a never-ending quest to truly redefine what a truck can do and be. So forget everything you know. The Ram 1500 exceeds all expectations with optional features like a 12-inch touchscreen, digital rear-view mirror, multifunctional tailgate, and a panoramic sunroof. The list goes on and on. The Ram 1500's fuel economy, design, quality, and technology are incredibly impressive. So if you're thinking about switching trucks, now is the time. Learn more at ram.com. That's ram.com.
Do you want the best for your car? Then fill up with Premium at Circle K. Circle K Premium is our best fuel with double the cleaning detergent, protecting your engine from corrosion and damage so it can work at its best. And that, my friend, increases your mileage for more cha-ching in your pocket. Plus, when you fill up with Premium at Circle K, you can save up to 20 cents per gallon. Offer valid Thursdays or Fridays at participating stores. For details, visit CircleK.com. Circle K. How convenient.
Hi, can I take your order?
300 double cheeseburger meals, please.
Maybe instead of going to the drive-thru to feed the entire construction crew every day, you should just order through EasyCater. Food arrives on time and as ordered.
Oh, yeah?
Also, you'll stop taking out our drive-thru speaker with your backhoe.
What?
Look out for that.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but EasyCater just does. Food for work, on time, and as ordered from over 82,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Okay, that was me. Sorry.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, because SpringFest is happening now to bring more fun and savings to the season. Come in and get a Charbroil Stealth Gray 5-burner gas grill, special buy $278, and buy one get one 50% off on select paints, primers, and exterior stains with mail-in or online rebate. Stop by Lowe's for SpringFest now and create a season full of happiness. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. See store at Lowe's.com for details and restrictions while supplies last, about 4/7 through 4/13.
I hate Steven Singer.
I get that a lot.
You know why?
Why?
Because unless I buy my gifts from Steven Singer Jewelers, my wife isn't satisfied.
So, how can I help you?
Well, how do you get away with advertising real roses you don't throw in the trash in a week?
They're my famous roses, dipped in pure 24-karat gold. They last forever.
Sounds expensive.
They start at just $59. Each one comes in a premium color and is shipped in our signature gift box with a love message from you.
Do I have to water it?
Nope, it's a real rose, and it's preserved in pure gold.
All right. How do I get one?
Easy. Just go to IHateStevenSinger.com.
Shipping.
Free in time for Mother's Day, but don't wait.
What if she hates my personal love message?
Just pick one from our online list.
Just click on IHateStevenSinger.com to see the entire collection of real roses dipped in 24-karat gold. No matter how you feel about Steven Singer, she'll love it.
Do you still hate me?
Absolutely.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Home of 76ers basketball and Flyers hockey.
Plug in.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
Yeah, it starts now. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. And a good morning to you. Hopefully you have had a good night's sleep. Hopefully you're smiling after last night. And if you don't know what happened, you may have done what I did, but I put on the app, the At-Bat app, which I consider to be the best money that I spend on an app all year long is the MLB At-Bat app.
Welcome to the party.
After the seventh inning, I gave up on the game.
Go to Phillies. Woo, woo, woo.
I was traveling. I knew I had to travel today, so I had to make sure the bag was ready to go, got myself ready for bed, put the game on the app, and I told my wife, good night. Yeah, this one's a loss. And then all hell broke loose. And I am so superstitious, I would not turn the app off and go back on and watch it on TV. I was afraid that somehow I was going to jinx it, as if I have anything to do with the outcome. Phillies with a stirring comeback last night. And I said it earlier to Bob, that it seems to me, and it may be factually incorrect, but in baseball, in years where teams have sort of great seasons or exciting seasons, those kind of things happen early. And you look back at the end of the year and you go, they set the tone. And last night, the bats were terrible. And we're not even getting into the fielding yet, and we will. And they managed to just keep their composure and keep their poise, and then with a swagger, came back late. Phillies are 3-1, now have two chances to win another series at home versus a hated rival, and now you're 1-0 in the division. I don't want to celebrate a April victory like it's of exemplary meaning, but last night was pretty cool.
It was real cool. Yeah, it was real cool. And like I said to you when we were talking this morning, to me, in baseball, things are more contagious than in any other sport because you go week, you don't go week to week or you play every few days. It's every day. And I just think it's something that carries over. The Mets gave up 5 runs in the 8th inning last night to lose that game. That's going to carry over to today a little bit for somebody, for some people. It'll carry over for the Phillies also. That was just a great 8th inning, and it was, I was sitting there, and you were telling the story, John, and I told you I was sitting in my family room watching the game, and my wife came out, and she's like, they're down 4-0. You still watching this game? And I'm like, I said, yeah, they're not. They don't look good tonight, but they have bats. Something might happen. You never know. And then I kept running back in and telling her they're down 4-1. It's now 4-3. They're up 5-4. They're a fun team. That you can't count them out of any game with those bats that they have.
They didn't give up last night, and I gave up on it. I mean, and I didn't give up on the game following it, but I thought that night was dead in the water. And Jamie, I would suggest that in the last 3-4 years, that game would have been a loss.
Yeah, probably. It's hard to give up on the team when you have a Schwarber, JT, Bryce, Castellanos, Reese, top of the order coming up late in the game. I mean, that's nasty. There's no breaks in that at all. The opposing pitcher, you could just kind of see him like, damn.
Well, like, you can't pitch around anyone.
No, you can't pitch around anyone.
And what I loved about it was, so Real Muto hits the home run to make it 4-3. Castellanos comes up. He's a guy that faces under 4 pitches in at bat, under the league average. Like he's swinging.
Absolutely.
He's up there swinging, and he walks. And then Hoskins gets the double, and he score. Those are the things that really make you say, all right, this is a good. He didn't go up and do what he normally does. He got on base because that's what he had to do.
And the relievers were awesome.
Oh, they were fantastic.
Great. They were great.
Pat, Castellanos had some wheels that I really didn't know I didn't know he had that, or he got around fast. He did. He took off last night.
When the ball was initially hit, I thought, all right, sweet, running in the corners.
Exactly.
It slowed down so much that I said, oh my God, he's going to score. I mean, I don't know if it's just the weather or what, but that ball kind of died in the grass. And
could it be all the rain? Maybe all. Even though they have that drainage system,
it could be. Yeah, I mean, it was a bullet off the bat, and then it just kind of died over there. So I expected him to score when it slowed down, but it was fun.
Bradford White water heaters are here for the pro. Bradford White will take care of you. They have they know the local installers in your area. They can install it. They'll take great care of you. All right, let's get to the other story of the night, and it is one where I refuse to do at least me. I refuse to do the typical Philly sports radio thing. Alec Boehm, and by the way, I want to thank Meredith. I think Meredith, who said to me she was reading lips. She reads lips. She's with a Fellowship for the Blind.
Oh, wow.
And she said she thought that Alec Boehm said, I effing hate those plays.
Well, that's not good either.
It ends up that he said, I effing hate this place.
Yeah.
And I would say
I said the same thing yesterday when the news came out from our city. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all I will say about the Alec Boehm is this. Alec, that was a terrible night last night.
Oof.
Horrible night in the field. You have yet to not reach base this year, though, in 6 at-bats. That's incredible. So congratulations on that. But congratulations on this even more. Every one of us, especially when we were, 24? 20, something like that? When we're that age, we say stupid stuff. Or we say stuff impulsively. Or we say something in the moment that we may not mean, we may mean, it may slip out, whatever. But when given the chance to hide from it, Alec Boehm chose to accept it. No one could have ever said for sure what he said. He took ownership of it. And to me, I will respect that of a young man, an older man, or whoever. When confronted with something where you have the chance to lie, you have the chance to deflect, he stood there, he took it, he explained himself, and to me, he gets respect. I think it's a non-story. Now, his fielding is not. But him having that little meltdown on the field and saying something like that where there's a camera, to me, Bob, non-story, especially when a young man steps up and says, yep, I said it. And he had every opportunity. He could have said, I said something else. And no one could have proven it. And his teammates would have been the only one to know. I admire the fact that Alec Boehm did that, and I give the young man a round of applause for that.
I admire him for standing up for it, absolutely. Is there something deeper that he says, I hate this effing place when he's got a handful of games under his belt playing in this effing place?
Correct.
So why he's saying that, I don't commend him at all.
It's the Bronx cheers.
I know what. No,
I know why he did it and all, but like you can get booed, the Bronx cheers, all that, and you can say this effing blows or whatever. But I hate this effing place is kind of more to it than that.
I know what it means. It means Alec Boehm is reading social media. It means Alec Boehm listens to sports talk radio. It means Alec Boehm knows what people are saying about him. Alec.
I don't think so.
What do you think?
No, I only because, I don't think he's been ripped. He hasn't been Ben Simmons level ripped for his defense and all that. I think he's in a bad place mentally. But
the thing is, saying that, though, what he said means he's listening.
No, I don't think
listening.
so.
He's got rabbit ears.
No, I think he's annoyed. I think it's we talked about it before with athletes. I know I screwed up. I'm the hardest person on me. So he knows he just had 2 errors.
And
then
three.
Yeah, well, at the time he had 2.
It was 2. Yes.
And then he makes a routine throw over and he gets Bronx cheered and he said what he said. I don't necessarily blame him, I guess. in that situation?
I mean, I do.
Like, I think you're painting the picture that Alec Boehm's going home and just like hopping on Twitter and seeing every tweet and is angry at the world. I don't get that impression.
Well, I absolutely do. I think it's rabbit ears 100%.
I think he's going through it. I think he knows he sucks. I think he. Well, defensively, he's the worst third baseman I think I've ever seen in my life.
It's terrible.
Let's not sugarcoat things. He's abysmal.
Remember, though, last year he couldn't hit. This year he's yet to not reach base.
I think he knows in the back of his head that he's in trouble because, look, playing first base isn't as easy as a lot of people say it is, but it's probably his only hope. And outside of that, he's limited to DH. So he knows that his bat has to be awesome or he's in trouble. I just don't think you can get him to be a third baseman or any other position player. And I think in the back of his head, he's smart enough to know that he's in trouble.
And there's no room for him on this roster to be a DH.
No.
No.
Not with Schwarber.
This team has to have DH be applied to other people. Alec Boehm cannot be this team's DH.
And he knows that.
But Castellanos, here's one thing I'm going to say is, and looking at some of his performances in the infield, and I had to go back because I don't really remember him playing the infield, so I had to go back and look. Castellanos can play third.
He played it in Detroit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he came up as a third baseman.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
But I would believe that Castellanos could play a better third.
He's tall and lanky too. I mean,
but he could play a better third.
John,
than
you
Alec
could
Boehm's
play a better third right now.
My range would be terrible.
You might be able to hit the bag though.
I might be able to. I don't know. My arm would suck, so I don't know. But I mean, Bob, where do you put it?
It might dig deeper with me than it does you guys, what he said last night, because it was all on him last night. It has nothing to do with the fans. If he came off the field and said, I effing stink, I'm okay with that, and that's good. You not that he blamed other people, but what are you talking about?
Why are you worried about the fans?
Why are you this place? I hate this place? Really? You hate Philadelphia after what you just did? You hate Philadelphia? What the hell did Philadelphia do? So I'm not going to say, look, the guy's got to get out of here. But when I saw it last night, I did take a step back.
Was it a red flag for you? A siren?
It is. Yeah, I got to admit, it is. It is. I'm not saying, like, look, you can't have Alec Boehm on the team and this and that. I'm not saying that. And as you said, John, God bless him for coming out afterwards. But in the heat of the moment, you find a lot of things out about a person. And, yeah, I'll just keep it in the back of my mind. I'll put it that way. It's not something I'm going to forget about.
I learned nothing about somebody in good times. And I've always believed that.
Right.
When things are going well, I never learn anything about anybody. It's when the chips are down is where I see somebody's character come out.
Yeah, I mean, both, when people were debating it last night, it was, I hate these plays or I hate this place. The play is more problematic to me because that's a routine play.
Right.
And if you hate that play, you're not playing the field for me. You hate this place, you're feeling the pressure.
There is one thing if I was playing third, if I could even have gotten to that ball, I would know not to throw it, not to make an attempt at a throw.
He's cooked.
You have no chance to make. So why? That's the thing that I can't. Again, this team doesn't play smart baseball. They don't make smart decisions on the base paths. They don't make smart decisions whether to throw the ball. And I am a little shocked by that. That at some point they don't have a little team meeting.
The Phillies way.
Guys, we can't do this.
Yeah, I got to tell you, if I'm on the field there, and we've all been on the field in baseball, softball, whatever it may be, and a guy gets a tough play like that, you're screaming, hold it. It's not even thought about for a half a second. I mean, look at the way he looked when he was trying to throw that ball.
Oh my gosh,
he looked like he was on ice skates about to fall down.
Hey, with Simplicity, their mowers give your lawn a quality cut and those signature stripes. You can visit them at simplicitymfg.com/dealers to find a dealer near you. So I heard some of the discussion is, by the way, great discussion on Cuz Radio and then also on the Mike Missinelli show regarding the Matisse Thybulle situation and him being missing in Toronto, that they won't be able to have him for the games. Here's the math that was bothering me yesterday, and Bob, I really, really wanted to throw it to you on this one and figure this out. So Danny Green is expected to cover the 26 minutes that Matisse Thybulle normally plays in those road games. So Danny Green's going to slide up. He's going to be Matisse Thybulle. Danny Green usually plays 22 on his own. So you're only asking Danny Green to play 4 more minutes a game. I'm fine with that. I don't think that's a big issue. What the big issue to me is, who's covering Danny Green's minutes? Who's covering 22 minutes on this team? And I don't know that they need a hero, but I know that they need somebody who's up for that challenge. And I was trying to figure out the math yesterday. Who's covering Danny Green's 22 minutes where it's not going to, maybe Danny Green covering for Thibault doesn't sink them, but somebody covering Danny Green's minutes is what ends up sinking them into run.
Do you have it in front of you? The minutes per game? What's Niang's minutes per game?
Okay, let me get it here. I'll pull it up. But
yeah,
Bob,
sure.
Bob, I want to get your thought on that. As far as to me, you're asking, there's 22 minutes a game that Danny Green plays that now have to be covered. And then if you say Niang is covering his 22 minutes, then as far as that, then somebody shifts over, then somebody has to cover Niang's minutes. I mean, George Niang right now.
He's at 22 also.
He's at 22 also. So, I mean, you're still looking for 22
career high
minutes.
for him.
You're still looking at 22 minutes.
Hand, milk, and bake. Yeah, man, we're talking shakeisms.
Wow, no. 22 minutes?
You're going to get 18 minutes from Shake Milton. You have to. I mean, you just have to. You have to have somebody in there. Early in the year, Danny Green was putting up 26, a couple times 30 minutes.
Right.
You know, I said it before. I think I said it yesterday. His legs look the best to me right now than they have all year. So he's going into these playoffs in a good spot. Does that mean you can expect 32 to 35 minutes out of him? No, I don't think you're going to get the best Danny Green in those amount of minutes. But, yeah, you're going to have to play Shake Milton.
Damn, he's at 21 minutes per game.
Who?
Shake?
I mean, Shake's at 21, and then
when he
we're still missing.
He's going to have to be 28.
So we're still missing. We're still missing these minutes that I think they.
No, not 28, because the starters will play more. So they're going to take a bigger chunk of the pie.
Starters playing what? 2 minutes more? 3 minutes
They're
more?
going to have to play this team minimum 40 minutes.
Harden's going to go like 43, 44 probably.
Embiid's going to be 41, 42.
Embiid's going to be 40-ish, yeah.
I can only imagine.
Tobias Harris is going to go 41, 42.
He's going to have to be 42.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what that's going to look like.
So you're
James Harden going 3 or 4 more minutes a game?
He's been saving himself. He's ready.
Well, Harden goes. I mean, if you look at Harden goes 38, 39 minutes a game.
I know you like your boy Perk, right?
Yeah, big Perk.
Yeah,
carry the hell on.
And he's saying he's seen him hit more front rims than he's seen him hit in his career in his Sixers tenure. He's seen him hit more front rims when he misses.
The shot's off,
and but it's way off. That never happens. He's like, this doesn't happen. Now he's suspecting that it's the hammy.
Could be.
He seems to be suspecting. Now, by the way, he came out twice in a 3-day period and said it is not.
Who did?
That's what James Harden said. There's nothing medical, nothing physical. Yeah. So he said two in the last 3 days. He said it.
James Harden is very far down on my list of concerns entering the playoffs. You know what I mean?
No.
I don't know why.
Yeah, he's probably top 3.
I think he's the biggest reason they may win or lose. I think he is the biggest.
He's not even in my top 4.
Wow, I think he's the biggest reason they that they could lose because he has to be exceptional. Without him being exceptional, without him being better, if he plays the way he's played so far as a Sixer,
they can win.
I don't believe so.
When he's on the court, whether it's with reserves, when he's on the court with reserves, he's putting up similar numbers to what he was doing in Houston. When he's on the court with Embiid, they're a 99th percentile offensive team. I don't have concerns about him.
Wow.
Do I want his shot to drop more? Obviously. But he is not my concern.
Well, he hasn't shown you that he's...
Doc Rivers is my concern. Backup center is my concern.
You don't think he's got to
I'm not worried about a backup center for 8 minutes.
I'm not worried about that either.
I am.
More than James Harden?
More than James Harden.
I'm not worried about him. I know what we're going to get from James Harden.
What does Harden have to score average to win a playoff
I bet you this playoffs he gives you 22, 12, and 7.
How about they need
And
more?
I'll take that every day.
I'm going to tell you 22. If he averages 22, it's not enough. I'll tell you right now, if he averages,
I don't necessarily buy
that. If he
that.
averages 22, I think they lose. I think they need him to score more than that.
I won't put a set number on it like that, but I do look at that shot and say, okay, if he's not scoring, if he can't hit his outside shot consistently, I'm backing off of him. I'm going zone. I'm making sure that I'm watching Joel Embiid on the inside. I think his outside shot is pretty important to the way this team wants to run their offense. That's what I'm concerned with.
I don't think anybody's backing off of him, even if his shot's not dropping.
Well, I don't want to get beat dribble drive, so how do you not get beat dribble drive? I back off of a guy. And if he's not hitting an outside shot, I'm backing off. I'm playing passing lanes. I'm letting him shoot from outside.
Yeah, I just don't think James Harden gets left alone in the playoffs.
Pat,
that easy,
Pat, if you say biggest concern, I think Harden, to me, will be the reason they win or lose this series. I really believe. If he's not exceptional, if he doesn't have a great series, I think they're going home.
Yeah, probably. I'm
because I don't know who would be
exceptional.
Who would be the better than he's been as a Sixer? His numbers must be better than he's been as a Sixer.
But his numbers are the same exact thing he's been for the last year and a half or two.
The numbers have to be better than he's been.
Well,
I'm gonna insist.
They're not.
They're
probably not going to be.
Then I don't know.
This is who he is.
If he doesn't elevate on the scoring end, this team I do not believe is winning.
I mean, so here's the question that needs to be asked to Jamie. Has he been as good as you wanted him to be coming here? Or, how would you describe how he's been in the 22 games he's played since coming here?
Exactly what he was.
Wow. This is the Harden you expected?
I probably expected his jump shot to be a little better, but when I look at his numbers over the last year and a half or two, it's exactly what he's been. It's not like he's fallen off a cliff.
I thought it was the Harden we saw in his debut, his first 4 out of 5 games when he played.
That's kind of the guy I expected.
And I think that's what Sixer fans thought.
I think he's still really good.
Yeah,
but we haven't seen that guy.
But I agree with Jamie. I think he's still elite.
21 points, 10.5 rebounds, 7 assists since he got here as a Sixer.
21's not going to do it if he averages less. I think he's got to get like 24 in the playoffs.
He shot 40% from the field, 32% or 33% from 3.
He's a 33% three-point shooter over the last 2 years. He's not going to get better. This is what he is now, and it's okay.
We're going to find out if it's okay in the next 2 weeks.
I really don't think if they lose the playoffs, it's because of James Harden.
Okay, well, we're going to find. We're going to all.
I think
find
there's
out.
a lot of other holes, and maybe a coach, and we'll see what he does with his rotations that are much bigger concerns to me. And the team's highest paid player is a big concern to me.
Hey, Philly Sports Trips are taking fans to San Diego. What a great weekend this would be. For the weekend of June 23rd, you can watch the Phils in a 4-game series, and you can join them. Philly Sports Trips does it first class. Go to phillysportstrips.com. They do an exceptional job. It is going to be absolutely awesome. So a little birdie tells me that a month from today, we get something big for the Eagles. I'll tell you what it is coming up. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Okay, I have to tell you about something that I'm going to start. And I made a decision that I wanted to try something. I heard ads for Copair, and I decided I wanted to try it. Do you know what Copair is? Well, first off, it's not a diet program. But Copair is a program that helps you take control of one of the most important decisions that you ever make in your life. Wellness, health, trying to do the best. And right now, Copair started up in Philly this January. And it's becoming the new standard in weight loss. But what it is, it helps people for whatever your goal is, whatever has been your problem. For me, I asked my wife, and in 2 decades of marriage, I have lost and gained the same 20 to 25 pounds over and over again. And I put on 19 pounds since I've returned to Philadelphia. I don't like it. But I know I can take it off. But the problem is I always put it back on. That's where Vance is going to come in. And Vance is going to help me understand how to get into better habits, how to do things. This isn't just going to be some diet program. This is a program about healthy living and smart decisions. And I can tell you, after my coach, Vance, and I had our first session, I'm feeling good about it. It is 100% individualized. No 2 programs are the same. You will love their staff. It is absolutely awesome. And when you reach your goal, you've got free support from your coach forever. Here's what I want you to do. Call now and start changing your life forever. You got to check out Copair. Copair will make a difference for you. Check out our friends at Copair. Tell them John Kincade sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
This is not radio fantasy camp. We're on the air here.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. The Sixers are set to make a major run at a championship.
And 97.5 The Fanatic has you covered.
Are you kidding me? Join the Mike Missinelli Show tomorrow, live from Workhorse Brewing, 250 King Manor Drive in King of Prussia for 97.5 The Fanatic's playoff preview special. Mike, Tyrone, and Jen, along with special guests Mark Jackson, Rich Hoffman, Keith Pompey, and many more will take an in-depth look at what could be a history-making season.
97.5 The Fanatic's playoff preview special, live tomorrow from 2 till 6 at Workhorse Brewing in King of Prussia.
Get complete details at 975thefanatic.com.
Presented by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
At 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey guys, it's Andrew. Getting a roof isn't easy. Not only can the cost be intimidating, it's not a fun home improvement purchase. It's not like a new kitchen or a deck. It's a roof. But if you need one, you need one. So don't bother with contractors who don't call you back. Trust me when I say call New Look Home Design. They've been around for years in multiple markets, not just here in Philadelphia. They offer virtual estimates and same-day in-person estimates. They'll give you line-by-line pricing, so there are no hidden fees. They provide a 3D rendering of what your roof would look like. To top it off, when you buy a new roof, you pay half later, and the other half never. Now through April 30th, save 50% on roofing materials and qualify for interest-free financing. Call them today for your same-day estimate. 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. Online at newlookhomedesign.com. That's NULookHomedesign.com. And tell them Andrew sent you.
Let's face it. Real estate is broken. Commissions are outrageously high. Service is poor. And there's been little to no innovation for the last 50 years. Until now. Let me tell you about Hauser. They're a disruptor brand, kind of like what Uber is for public transportation. They're bringing so many new things to market that truly benefit you, the customer. Flat fee listings that put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Salaried agents who are local experts that truly have your back. Sellers, want to save thousands or get a guaranteed cash offer on your home? Hauser can do that. Buyers, searching for your dream home or need to make a cash offer to compete? Use Hauser's cash to win the deal. Yes, you heard me right. Backed by game-changing technology and the best reviews in the industry, Hauser is your go-to company for buying and selling homes. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's HOUWZER.com. Put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Hauser.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, America's #1 brakes destination. We have the pads, rotors, drums, shoes, and brake fluids to improve your stopping power. Right now, save 15% when you get any 2 Duralast rotors with a set of Duralast brake pads. Missing a tool? Ask about our free Loan-A-Tool program and borrow the tools you need to get the job done.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the MPD Group 2021. Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool.
In growing companies, there are two kinds of CFOs. The one overwhelmed with manual processes, errors, and lack of control of the numbers, and the one who uses NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud financial system. With visibility and control of financials, inventory, HR, planning, and budgeting, NetSuite is everything you need to grow, all in one place. The CFOs that get it. The CFOs that don't. Head to netsuite.com/KJM for a special one-of-a-kind financing offer. netsuite.com/KJM.
The minute you lay your eyes on the all-new Toyota Tundra Capstone, you'll know it was made to make a statement. With its 22-inch dark chrome alloy wheels made for turning heads. Carefully crafted 2-tone leather trim seats made for pulling up in style. 12-speaker JBL premium audio made for turning up. Plus, power running boards made for stepping out on the town. The all-new Tundra Capstone, made to make a statement. Toyota, let's go places. JBL is a registered trademark of Harman International Industries, Inc.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs, ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Switching and saving with Geico is easy, so you're free to ponder life's big questions. Like if a person can get discombobulated, does that mean the rest of the time they're just combobulated? Are we humans always in a state of combobulation? Until, of course, something dramatic happens, and we are discombobulated for a while. Then we go back to being combobulated. Yeah, that's probably how that works. Switch and save with Geico. It's easier than you think.
When it matters, companies need more than just a delivery service. Cintas delivers full service and the reliability that comes with having a dedicated Cintas service rep who understands your business, which means they deliver confidence and peace of mind too. For uniforms, cleaning essentials, mats, first aid and safety supplies, and fire protection services, discover the personal attention you get with Cintas.
Oh, I'm ready!
Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Let me be real with you people. The casino games in my Caesars casino app are real. The slots are real. The blackjack is real. It's just like you're in a casino for real, which is awesome. But if I'm gonna be real, you can't feed other players to the Tigers when they win, and I miss that. So download the Caesars Casino app.
Download Caesars Casino app. Must be 21. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey.
Hey, guys, go yard all summer long with $5 Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. This season, all customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday MLB games. And the best part about Dinger Tuesdays is even if your bet loses, FanDuel will pay you $5 for every home run hit. Now, look, the Phillies got a huge home run from JT Realmuto last night, and they're going to get even more home runs tonight. Bank on it. Look at the Phillies-Mets game tonight if you want to bet some Dinger bets because there's going to be a few hit tonight. So what are you waiting for? Pick your home run hitter and turn big swings into big wins. There's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. Head over to your FanDuel account or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Bob. That's promo code Bob. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
We are no longer new and different. We're just different. The John Kincade Show returns
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. I want you to protect your home with DryTech waterproofing solutions. You know, Fanatic listeners get 15% off when they mention Mike Missinelli. If you get water in your basement, cracks in your foundation, or you need mold remediation, you can trust the experts at DryTech, drytechcorp.com. So, Phillies 3-1 and a day game tomorrow. Jamie, are you intrigued? I saw you.
I texted my wife
because
she's on spring break from school, and she did say the other day she wants to get down there soon.
105 game tomorrow?
I might take a shot. We'll see.
It's supposed to be a beautiful day.
Oh, I made it tea time, but that's all right. I'd blow that off.
How much I just want to be you. I don't know if I can go to the game because I have a tea time.
Okay, wait. You have a brand new baby and another child. And you golf as much as anyone I know.
Yeah, I strap them. You know where the bags go, those strap-ins? I just put the kids back there and go out.
You hang them right?
Yeah. Skylar sits in the basket. Paige, I strap the car seat in.
The thing is, though, I don't know whether to believe him or not because I can actually see this happening. Or does Jeeves just carry around the kids? You know, maybe one in the front?
Nah, he just does the diapers.
Jeeves has got to do that. All right, I got news that I've been told a month from today.
A week.
What?
A week from today or a month from today?
A month from today.
Oh, I'm sorry. A month from today. That's right. We're early April.
A month from today, May the 12th, we will have the Philadelphia Eagles schedule for this year. And no one obsesses on schedules more than me, and I will take total ownership of that. So the Eagles schedule will come out a month from today. I heard it will be that is the target date is May 12th, so it's 2 weeks after the draft. And I'm looking at it and saying, there's one game. So I look at all the opponents who they could potentially play in that first game, and I'm saying there's one game. It's Carson Wentz's return to Philadelphia.
Yeah, they do like to start off with the division games now, right? If my memory recalls.
It depends. It's all over the place.
Yeah, that would make sense.
There is no ruling on that, by the way. You do end up the year in your division. But, and my plan, if the NFL had followed my plan, you would play 2 of your divisional games early, the first 2 weeks, and you would play 2 of your divisional games the last 2 weeks.
Well, they definitely like the end of the week 17.
Yeah,
they have to. In week 17, they have to.
Yeah.
You end in your division. But to me, it makes complete sense. It's the Commanders coming home, right?
We are the Commanders.
That's so stupid. Carson Wentz's return to Philadelphia. It's the game that
makes sense. Yeah.
It's the game that has the most. It would have the most juice
for week 1, certainly.
I could see that being the Fox game that they choose to make sort of a stage.
That'd be interesting.
To me, it makes sense. The Giants aren't going to be in the mix. So in the NFC East, the Giants aren't going to be a sexy pick for them to put in a showcase position. This makes sense to me.
Yeah, it does.
The Commanders.
It'll be, and you think home or road?
No, I think it'll be here. I think it'll be his return to Philadelphia.
We know they're coming here, right?
Yes, they have to come here.
They come here every year.
Yeah, it's home and away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I still had Indy in my head for a second.
It's
I'm
Washington. But I'm just saying is that, to me, it makes complete sense that would be the game.
That would be cool, him coming back here for the first game.
I think it would really be a screw job to him, though.
So?
I get it.
But how?
Because
that week 1?
Yeah, why?
We want ratings, right? Week 1?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's right.
If I'm a TV exec and working with the league, I'm going, yeah, give me that.
And then
I want that.
It could be monumentally successful for him.
And there's going to be...
He could come in with his new team and he could kick ass.
I'd prefer that because there's still optimism and hope around the Eagles season. It's not like it's a week 9 game if the Eagles, God forbid, are 3-6 or something. So there's still that extra energy and oomph, and he'd really get it. It'd be great.
I think he's going to get... And I don't think... to me... I know they don't win a Super Bowl without him.
No, but
without his exceptional season.
Yeah, but I still don't love him.
No, I get it because of his antics afterwards.
Yeah.
But, I mean, to me, the fact that, he's got teammates that have to attack him because he's literally upset that the team's winning without him on a Super Bowl run annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Are you upset about Hurts being drafted? No. I'm a full support. Bull crap. We then find out behind the scenes he wasn't. I mean, I can't trust him. So, but I still will always look at him fondly for what he did.
Sure. Thanks for what you did. Sorry for what you became.
Yeah, exactly. Or sorry for what was exposed.
Yeah, and the NFL can mask it also if Washington has a grievance with it and says, all right, seriously, you're throwing us to Philly first game of the season? You say, yeah, get it out of the way.
That's another way to look at it.
I mean, I think it would be perfect for Philly.
Oh, my gosh, what a great...
I think it'd be great.
Pat, are you all in on this? You want the return, or do you think there's another game you would suggest?
No, I want that return.
In that game? You think it'd be cool?
Yeah, I think starting the season off like that would be awesome.
Now, they could. I have a feeling the Eagles will start at home because they started on the road last year, if I'm not mistaken. Like they were on the road last year. You got Green Bay coming in here this year. And I'm thinking they always like to start with... You have Pittsburgh coming in here this year. That could be another game that they consider a sexy home game for the Eagles. And so these are some of the teams that come in. They're the ones that, to me, are, if it wasn't a Dallas game. If it wasn't, and I don't want a Dallas game week 1.
No, they don't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe my memory's bad. I don't really recall ever an Eagles-Dallas opening game.
Last year was week 3.
Well, the pickle juice game was the opening.
Oh, yeah,
game,
that's
right?
true. Yeah, 41-14.
That was 2000, though. That was a while ago.
Yeah. Bob doesn't know sports. He said he doesn't
Bob,
remember.
I said I didn't remember. I don't remember
Bob.
20 years ago
Just
all that
drink
well,
your
Pat.
pickle juice, Bob, and do it.
Matt Weedle tweets in. He says, make Nick Foles honorary captain for that game. That would be a great troll job. Gotta say, it would.
Darren Sproles, too.
Yeah, Darren Sproles.
That would be great.
Yeah, that'd be great. Hey, start your own spring training with NJ Diet. It only takes 40 days to lose 20 to 40-plus pounds, and it's contractually guaranteed. Go to njdiet.com. That's njdiet.com. Yeah, that would be a great one. Because, again, I don't think he's going to get a horrifying return, because I think a lot of people will be like me and say, thank you for what you did to help win a championship, because it never would have happened without you.
Not as bad as Simmons, that's for sure.
No, not even close. He's not.
I don't think it's that far off, but I think Simmons gets it worse. Yeah.
Oh, far worse. I think it'll be far worse.
I think Wentz is going to be somewhat ugly. I don't think enough rationale will come out of people.
Well, I think they will be
when they've been tailgating for 6 hours.
I think they will be on him the entire game.
Oh, yeah.
Every incomplete pass.
Any missed pass or
every missed
interception.
pass, they're going to be hooting and hollering and they'll crank it
He's
up.
going to have the neck breakout.
All right, Bob Cooney Bob Cooney is one to hold people accountable, and he's going to hold us all accountable now on James Harden.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's corner.
Yeah, so we did a fun little practice when Harden got here, and we went through some numbers of what the Sixers might be as a team, as individuals after he got here. So it's done. The 24 games that he was here is done.
Okay.
And we all predicted records. Okay?
Yes.
The Sixers in the 24 games that Harden was here were 16-8. We were all right there. We had Jamie, Pat 18-6. John, you and Coach were 17-7. I hit it at 16-8.
Excellent.
Joel Embiid's points per game with James Harden.
Okay.
What do you think he's averaged since Harden got here?
31.
That is exactly what I was going to guess, 31.
34.
Almost 33. 32.6. Coach got that. Coach predicted the high of 28. We all went kind of lower than his season average because we thought they were going to be sharing the ball a little bit more, but Embiid held up. James Harden's points per game since he's gotten here.
We all went over.
We all were over, but the closest over was Jamie. Jamie had 23.4, which was the closest, as Harden has averaged 21 since he's gotten here.
2.5 points. Jamie was within 2.5 points.
Yeah.
But even he was 2.5 points over.
Yeah, exactly. And then we were wondering about the defense on the Sixers, because we know James Harden doesn't exactly play great defense.
No!
Since he's gotten here, the Sixers have given up 110.6 points per game.
It's gotten worse, isn't it?
Pat was the closest. Pat had 109.
What did I say?
You said 102.5.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we were all pretty good off. I had 107.6. Jamie was 104.5. Coach was 105.
Oh my gosh.
Tobias Harris, this is kind of interesting. We asked how many points Tobias Harris would average once Harden got here. I had 18. John, you had 17. Jamie had 19.8. Pat had 20.2. Our winner is Coach, who was almost a full 2 points over at 16. Tobias has only averaged 14.3 points since Harden's gotten here.
That's it. I would have gotten that wrong.
I got it wrong.
I would have thought
I expected more.
No, but if you asked me today what he's averaged since Harden's gotten here,
I looked it up.
I would have said 17 or 18.
Oh, and guess what? 14.5 points. Take a guess how many guys in the NBA average more than that? In the entire
78.
league. 76.
Are you kidding me?
He's making, like, when people say, he's making $42 million.
Wait, when people say what?
Oh, you can't make anything of his contract. The contract's already paid. Why are you worried about it? He's your highest paid player. He's doing something that 77 guys in the league can do. Paul Reed could get near those numbers if you gave him those minutes. You need more from Tobias. You just do.
Yeah. No, good point. Now, conversely, where we all guessed way over on Tobias Harris's scoring, we went to Tyrese Maxey. We said, how many points? You by far.
Wow.
I went 15.1. John went 14. Jamie, you were the winner at 15.8. Pat had 11.3. Coach had 10. He's averaged 18.7 points a game since Harden got here.
It's awesome.
So, Jamie, you're the winner on that, and you were a full 3 points below what he actually averaged.
The two I won, I was 3 points off, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
that's really
crazy.
That just shows you how,
still, though,
how bad Tobias has been and how great Tyrese has been.
And I thought Tyrese was the one who was going to decline a little bit because of James Harden's arrival.
Yes,
it's amazing to me.
It's kind of inversed. Exactly. Tobias Harris's numbers and Tyrese Maxey's numbers. We went Matisse Thybulle points per game, wondering if it would get better.
Oh, jeez.
I had 8.9. John, you had 8. Jamie had 5.7. Coach had 5. The winner is Pat with 5.8 because...
Wait, 5-7 lost? He hit it on the nose?
5.8 is Pat, and he's averaging 6 points a game since Harden got here.
Pat's got it.
Pat beat me by 0.10.
Pat wins.
And then the last thing we said, Thybulle starts, because we weren't sure of what the starting lineup would be once he got here. And John got that. Of the 24 games since he's been here, Thybulle started 22 of them. John, you predicted 18, so that was your winner there.
That's wild, boy.
Yeah, there's some interesting numbers that have gone around since Harden got here.
Jamie, I think that says we all overstated what we thought Harden was going to be. You were the closest, and you were off by 2.5 points a game.
Yeah,
he has not been what we expected.
But he's been what he is.
No, but we all expected more.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a little more scoring, but
I think they need more. I think they need more. If we just did the math on what they need to win playoffs.
But think about this: you'd be happy with what, 25 a game from James?
Oh, I would. No, you told me.
So he's close to 22. So you're 3 points off.
If he averages, yeah, but the thing is, they've been losing 3 and 4 point games.
But here's the thing: Tobias Harris is averaging 14.5. What's easier, that he gets up to 17, 18, or that James Harden gets to 25? James is
that's not bad. No,
you know what I
Bad.
mean? Like,
good point. No, I got you.
Everybody looks at Harden. I look at Tobias. Like,
yeah, but I mean,
dude.
I'm looking at Harden to deliver to be he's supposedly a top 10 player in the NBA. He's not,
but he's having way more impact on a game than Tobias Harris is these days.
Yeah, but I expect a top 10 player in the NBA or top 12 player.
He's probably top 15.
Whatever he is.
He's not top 10 anymore.
I expect him to be 25 in the playoffs.
Well, this is his big test, his big opportunity. He's got to quiet some demons of his playoffs.
It's funny, the way that I look at it is not so much the numbers, it's the way they play.
Go on.
And so Harden is averaging 21, as James said, 21, 10.5, 7.5. You'll take that every day. I understand that. But I'm worried about the style of play if Harden's not hitting outside shots. If Harden is dribbling too much and taking time off the shot. Look, their numbers say that they are a very good offensive team with him here. But I wonder if it's easier to defend James Harden and the 76ers if he's not making outside shots. And you're going to see a different defense, particularly Toronto, which runs a variety of defensive schemes. It's going to be interesting to see how they play James Harden that's not shooting well.
Flyers and the Caps tonight. Good little exercise there, Bob. Flyers Caps 7:00 tonight on the Fanatic. Pat, you're winding down your duty.
I'm
right?
not. Yeah, I'm off tonight.
You're off tonight?
I will miss the debut of Bobby Brink.
I'm excited to see Bobby Brink.
Yeah,
Are you not?
should be. No, everybody should be.
No, we should be.
Yeah, he's actually a reason to watch.
Correct.
He should have. I think he should have won the Hobie Baker Award, which is the Heisman Trophy for college hockey, but. He looks like a stud. Yeah,
I'm excited for this because this is the kind of you need positive storylines going in the offseason.
Yeah, absolutely. And at this point, when you get eliminated, you start looking at the kids, and I think they were. I guarantee if you gave the Flyers brass truth serum, they were hoping that Denver got knocked out really early so they could sign him. But they win a national championship, and he immediately signed. So he'll make his debut tonight.
All right, Alec Boehm had this to say about coming off the field after his 2 errors performance. This before his third last night. We get to hear Alec. This is what he said was, I effing hate this place. And after the game, when he had a chance where nobody could have ever proven what he said, he decided to clarify.
Look, emotions got the best of me. I said it. And do I mean it? No. It's a frustrating night for me, obviously. Made a few mistakes in the field. And look, these people, these fans, they just want to win. And, you heard it. We come back. They're great. And I guess I'm sorry for them. I don't mean that. And emotions just got the best of me.
So you actually love this place?
Yeah. You know what? I do. Yeah.
I like it.
I'll take that.
I'm going to give the man, I give him his credit. I think he, there was such an easy way for him to say, I didn't say that. That's not what I said. And just blow it off and not clarify it anymore. He owned it, and I think his explanation was very fine. He's frustrated.
Yeah.
Which one of us has not said something we don't mean?
That makes me feel a lot better. I hadn't heard that exact clip. I heard the other clip of him, but that makes me feel better. Is it still in the back of my head? A little bit, but less than it was even a half hour ago.
Which one of us hasn't said it about the city of Philadelphia?
I've never
said that about
really?
I said it yesterday.
Oh, I've said
no.
Every time I go down
I'm frustrated as hell with that.
I go down a street that's banged up by potholes and looks like downtown Fallujah. Every time I'm stuck on 76 traffic at 11:30 in the afternoon. Every time I hit with a soda tax, I end up saying it. So
there you go.
And honestly, I said it about that team. I'm sitting there. They had no offense, and I'm sitting there going, I hate this effing team. And then the 8th inning comes around, and I love this effing team. So.
Did you say they have no elephants?
They had no offense.
Offense.
So the medical community worldwide, not only in this country, worldwide, is saying what Philly is doing is wrong. Do you think they retract?
No.
How do you you have spent 2 years telling people, listen to Dr. Fauci, listen to the CDC, and you now blatantly ignore them. How do you spin that? You've been asking people, submit to these guys. They know what they're doing. Whether that was incorrect or correct, we can debate it another time. But, I mean, you asked them to follow their leadership. Now you completely ignore them.
Yeah, you spin it by saying, we're erring on the side of caution.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I felt bad. They interviewed a bar owner last night, and she said, I just feel terrible because it creates this kind of tension between customer and ownership when we have to go over and say, excuse me, you need to put your mask on when you come in. And those are the people I feel bad for, the ones that it hits in the pocket that might be affected by this.
Now, there was an interesting little tidbit last night on the FS1 broadcast. Now, why were you watching the FS1 broadcast?
I watched it also.
Yeah, I was too lazy to flip over. And honestly, most of the time I do like going to the national broadcast. Another thing, Comcast Sports, I don't know if you guys have noticed this.
Comcast Sports.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yes.
But they have
Prism.
They've taken away the pitch count.
No, it isn't.
I don't see the pitch count.
It's right under. It's right under the team.
Smaller.
It's
You're
small.
right, but it's very small.
It's right there. It's a new graphic.
It's a new graphic.
And
yeah.
Pat, by the way, I have to strain, and I don't wear glasses except to read fine print. I have to strain to catch the pitch. So if you see Oak. PHI, it's right under it.
Okay.
In the graphic. But it's really small.
Because the first three games,
really
I'm like,
small.
where's the pitch count?
It's there.
And that was one of the reasons. But I was watching the FS1 broadcast. And after JT Realmuto hit the home run, we got some incredible analysis that I've never heard before from AJ Brzezinski.
Look, emotions got the best of me.
That's not what he said.
This isn't it. No.
Well, maybe emotions got the best of AJ also.
AJ's a good dude.
He's an emotional guy.
You're trolling a guy I like, but let me hear.
Look, I love home runs, Adam, as much as the next guy. But sometimes home runs can be rally killers at the same time because it clears the bases. Sometimes you want a double or a single just to keep the pressure on the other team, especially if it's not a go-ahead home run. Sometimes those are rally killers, and it actually gives the momentum back to the team with the lead.
I didn't totally disagree with him until he said sometimes it gives the momentum back to the other team.
That's ridiculous.
There's many times where I've said, and Connor and I were just talking about this on the break, where I've said, like, if it's second and third, I'd rather have a double here than a home run. If you're down, say, 5 runs or something like that, I'd rather keep the inning going that way as opposed to clearing the base. So I kind of understand what he says. Last night, it didn't come to fruition. The Phillies still carried it over. But I do. I'm a have runners on base, keep the inning type going thing if the home run doesn't give you a lead.
Any major league relief pitcher I have ever interviewed or spoken to says nothing rattles them like the long ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how a 3-run home run is going to kill a rally.
That they think a long ball
it gets in your head.
Whereas then you get particular. Whereas you say, "Oh, I got a base runner on, I can get him to throw. I can throw a ground ball. I can get a guy to ground out. I can get a guy to do something like that." So
and the Phillies gave the momentum right back to the Mets.
Yeah, they really did, didn't it? It was amazing.
Yeah, that part of it I didn't.
Pat, I can just tell you this. You and AJ, you would love him. He would love you.
I'm sure
he
would
a
love
you.
guy.
He would love you. That was a dumb. But no, I'll say it. He's dumb.
He
that
had
was
an
dumb.
Alec Bohm in the field.
That was
type
dumb.
night.
Yeah, that was a really dumb one. Are you suffering from Sixers amnesia? I'll ask you about it next. John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. You know, Natural Lawn of America is going to give you a beautiful green lawn with fewer weeds, and they're going to use less chemicals. That sounds like a win-win-win situation because for over 3 decades, Natural Lawn has been creating green lawns quickly, more natural, and with fewer weeds here in the Delaware Valley. It's not your average cookie-cutter lawn care service where the truck comes around and does everybody's lawn on the block with the same exact treatment. Natural Lawn has certified specialists that assess your lawn and develop a customized treatment plan. They use their organic-based nutrients, and they reduce chemical use by 85%. So for yourself and when Nikki Foles is running around the yard, it's going to be better for them. A safer lawn for your family and pets to enjoy. Locally owned and operated right here in the Delaware Valley. Trust the leader in organic-based lawn care. Schedule Natural Lawn today. If you do it before April the 30th, their full-service program, you're going to get free seeding every year. Free seeding every single year. Call 800-FREE-SEED. That's 800-FREESEED. It's my lawn care company, Natural Lawn of America. Greener grass and fewer weeds.
The John Kincade Show.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Yo, Philadelphia, Anthony Gargano here with my childhood friend, Bob Marino, now president, Huntington Valley Bank. Bob's still on the board of directors at Spring Garden Lending, But, Bob, who's the new voice?
Yo, Ed, I have a superstar for you. Meet Spring Garden Lending's new president, Andy Racklin, a national leader in finance and economic development.
Andy, great to meet you.
Hey, man, happy to be here.
What's your game plan?
Look, it's to grow Spring Garden Lending. We're going to increase the number of markets we serve. We're going to increase the products we offer, and we're going to maintain the positive impact we have in our communities.
Now, I know you specialize in bridge loans to acquire, rehab, construct, and refinance properties to rent or flip.
Yep, and we have 30-year fixed-rate perm financing, too.
What attracted you to Spring Garden Lending?
Spring Garden Lending has a proven track record of supporting small developers who are often challenged with finding a square deal through traditional sources.
A leg up, huh?
Absolutely. Our borrowers are the backbones of their communities, and their success is our success.
Bob's a goat. Spot on, man. Handing the ball to Andy. He's a champ. Good hands at Spring Garden Lending.
Every dribble, every pass, and every bucket, all in the palm of your hand. Because now you can sign up and bet. No strings attached with Bet Rivers Sportsbook app featuring award-winning customer service. Live in-game bets, live player props, and live instant betting. Bucket to bucket. Don't miss out on all the big games. Get in the action with Bet Rivers Sportsbook. Download the Bet Rivers Sportsbook app today.
Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like the world is throwing everything it has at you. And to succeed, you need someone to guide you through. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice to help you navigate whatever challenges you're up against and get you safely to where you want to be. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Friends, we all reach tipping points in life. The weight of a low-paying job, unpaid bills, a new family. You can't keep going. That's where My Computer Career can help. In just months, not years, they can help you start a new life as an IT pro, even without prior experience. Impossible? You learn online from home. And My Computer Career offers lifetime career services to help you find jobs with companies begging for IT pros. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Welcome to Allstate, where saving on your auto insurance is kind of like a joyride. You, your car, and an open road. Maybe your best friend, too. The music is chill, and so is the traffic. You and your friend both look over at each other, and then he puts his head back out the window. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage? Keep your engine at its best with clean oil from Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic. Got an older vehicle? Use Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic High Mileage. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP Extended Life oil filter for only $35.99. Get what you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,000 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids. Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision?
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
And now an important message from music superstar Willie Nelson.
I've been fighting for legalization of the one thing that can bring comfort to millions. And of course, I'm talking about Skechers.
Can we stop the commercial? Willie, I don't think Skechers are illegal anywhere.
Really? But they feel so good.
No, you can wear them anywhere, Willie.
Well, pass the Skechers.
Skechers comfort feels so good because Skechers is the comfort technology company and has all the fits and features you need for ultimate comfort. Find Skechers at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Meineke is celebrating 50 years of service with 50% off brake pads and shoes. Now that's worth celebrating. For tires, brakes, batteries, exhaust, and more, trust Meineke, doing car care right.
Spring on the cold brew at Dunkin'. Whether you're feeling a little salty with our rich and creamy salted caramel cold foam or a little sweet with our smooth and velvety sweet cold foam, we've got the perfect sips. America runs on Dunkin'. Exclusions, additional charges, and terms may apply. Price and participation may vary.
You got the new BetParks app, pa.betparks.com, nj.betparks.com. You will absolutely love it. Sportsbook and casino app all in one. And what do we have for you tonight? How about some of the Pro Hoops playing games? Who are the 2 seeds going to face? Who wins the 7-8 games? Brooklyn's an 8.5-point home favorite tonight over Cleveland. I don't really like that number at all. In fact, I may even think about playing the Cadavers in that one. Minnesota, a 3.5-point home favorite over the Clippers. I actually like that number with the home team. You wager any way you want. You can do parlays, whatever you want. Even the same game parlays can help you out. Phillies at 6:45 tonight. You can check out that game with the Phillies. And Phillies to maybe 6.5 runs is the over-under tonight. You might want to get on that one. Check out the BetParks app. They got a risk-free bet up to $750. You use the promo code Kincade. Go to betparks.com. In Pennsylvania or New Jersey, it's the app for you. You got to be 21 and in PA or New Jersey. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Home of 76ers basketball and Flyers hockey.
Plug in.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I've got a dog named after Nick Foles. You can't get more Philly than that. We're always loving the backup quarterback.
How's everyone doing?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I get to see Nikki Foles this afternoon. That little pooch. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic.
You're messing with her mind.
Well, no, I'll be there, so she'll actually see me.
Yeah, but then you'll leave tomorrow.
And then we'll leave, and the girls will leave too. So she goes
right.
She goes to the puppy house or whatever we call it. She'll love it. 7:00 hour of the John Kincade Show, brought to you by the all-new BetParks app, sportsbook and casino in one. It's simple. It's easy. Get on in before these NBA playoffs get underway in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Use the promo code Kincade. So I'm going to ask you a question. Are we suffering from Sixers amnesia a little bit? Because in some ways it seems like that to me. The Sixers face a real challenge. And strangely, as of now, and I just want to review this, are we all picking the Sixers to beat right now? We're all picking the Sixers to beat the Raptors in the series.
Yes, I am.
I am.
Yes.
I am in a dogfight.
Say it with your chest, Bob.
No. He doesn't believe it with his chest, and I don't either. Pat?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so we're all saying it this. Do we have amnesia or really strong reasons? It's weird because I heard them talking about it yesterday. Is Anthony and Mike both brought it up. Well, the Sixers are minus 180 to beat the Raptors. Vegas knows something. Well, thanks to an obnoxious Hawks fan, who is a pretty good dude, but he tweets me like constantly.
Oh, I'd tweak the hell out of you if I was a Hawks fan.
He bet $100 last year that the Hawks would beat the Sixers. Minus 310. The Sixers were minus 310 against the Hawks.
So what were the Hawks?
To beat them in a second-round series.
Like plus 450 or something?
It was plus 360, I think. Okay. I think he won $360.
Nice.
And
it's a good bet.
And he tweets me the payoff.
I would have done the same thing.
Okay. So I'm asking you this. People are saying, wow, first round series, Sixers are minus 180. Last year, the Sixers, are you kidding me? They're minus 310 against the Hawks, and it was the second round series. So in other words, they were far more favored last year in a second round series than they are in a first round series this year. So where's our bravado coming from?
Ben Simmons ain't here. I mean, that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, but when Ben Simmons was here, we all thought they were beating the Hawks.
Well, yeah, but then it ended up costing you. I mean, he was beyond abysmal in a series and allowed the Hawks' defensive liabilities to hide. He altered the course of the game. He made his own coach's job more difficult. He made Joel Embiid's job more difficult. He made everyone's job associated with the Philadelphia 76ers last year in the playoffs more difficult.
No question he did.
He's gone. So, I mean, that changes a lot for me.
And if you look at three of the top players for the Sixers, they weren't even a part of this last year. And Ben Simmons, Tyrese Maxey wasn't as big a part.
He didn't
at
get his
all,
shot right, exactly.
And George Niang. So yeah, it's a different team, and you have to take each year individually. So in that case, yeah, I agree with you, John. I think this is going to be a dogfight of a round.
Yeah, I think we're going to be. There's going to be
I think it's going to be tough.
There's going to be gnashing of teeth. And by the way, too, if it's a 2-2 series, it can go any way if a series is 2-2. It can go anywhere. 2-2 is not it was an easy series. They won it in 6. When you're 2-2, you're biting nails. You're anxious. They've got to get off to a great start.
Nothing about this team will ever not be anxious.
You don't think there's any matchup they could have?
I mean, they'd work a Bulls or a Cavs, but you're still anxious because of what you went through last year. Like, it's always going to be there.
It's not even it's that combined with the fact that they can't hold a 20-point lead this season, too.
You know something bad's going to happen.
Well, that's where I look at it and say,
it's just I
keep hearing this is a different team, same problems. Blowing leads. And guess what? Ben Simmons ain't a part of it. Ben Simmons isn't your crutch excuse.
No, it's
this
the bench.
team blows. This team blows 15-point leads like it's like candy. Like Pat would nail Skittles on a plane.
Oh yeah,
very very similar.
Who's Skittles?
You gonna have?
I mean,
are you gonna have a bag of Skittles for the flight to Vegas?
Destiny.
Probably, yeah.
You have that too.
Yeah, you always got to stock up for a 4-hour, 5-hour flight.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna be hitting those Skittles. He's gonna be ready to go. I just look at it and say, I was worried about minutes earlier, and where's it coming from? But I'm hearing a lot of bravado. I'm very anxious. I just find it hard to believe that Harden and Embiid would allow this team to go down in a first-round series. And that's what I'm going to hang my hat on. With two players, and I respect the hell out of James Harden's abilities, and he denies, again, it's multiple times in the last week, he denies that he has any health issues. Now, I could also look at it as James Harden's a professional.
Yeah.
And doesn't want to be a guy going, I'm making an excuse for not being as explosive.
Exactly.
So I would respect him for that, not putting it out there.
And you don't want another team to know if you're hurting a little bit.
Sure.
Like I said, if I'm playing defense against James Harden this series, and Nick Nurse is really, really good at doing this, and it's changing defenses a lot during a game. We're talking like possession by possession, he could change things. And if I'm playing against James Harden and I see that he's not shooting well, and he comes out and says my hamstring's not feeling all that great, I'm packing in the zone.
Yeah, then you're forcing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for the outside shooters of the Sixers, but on James Harden and his ball handling, I'm packing things in and making it tough on him.
Yeah, I just think it's a different dynamic this year from last year. It's going to be a dogfight of a series, but I think they prevail. I just think offensively, when you're going to rely on your starters more in this series, and James Harden's going to have to hit some shots. He can't go 3 for 12 every night and expect success, but I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot. I expect he's going to be a little bit better.
I just don't.
But I don't think we can expect
Okay, people's statistics.
Absurd stat line from him.
Even great players, their statistics stat line from regular season to playoffs, I think their stat lines usually go down a little bit.
Probably there's a little less scoring. It's not as fast-paced of a game.
More of a
half
court game.
Yeah,
and I would think a half-court game would
harder defense,
would potentially benefit Harden, but he has been the dribbling black hole. I mean, he's just been the ball goes to him, and then they get into their offense with like 6 or 7 seconds to go. He's just dribbling down the clock. I'd feel more comfortable. I
just don't think their offense is a problem, though, when he's on the court. I don't. They got to mitigate how they rotate. I think that's the biggest part of this series. And if I see DeAndre Jordan step on that court, I'm going to lose a lot of faith. I really am, because I think Doc Rivers is screwing up by playing him in this series. I think he's going to be Dwight Howard in that Atlanta series all over again.
Well, hopefully he's not, because he had to. He was scolding Derek Bodner for it.
I think he was scolding because he knows he's wrong.
Yeah, but then he came up with a terrible excuse.
I think he went on the offensive knowing he screwed up.
And by the way, he wasn't playing B-ball Paul against Smalls.
No, he wasn't.
No,
He
he
lied.
hardly
So,
played him all year.
No, I don't. You see, you say he lied. I think he totally was on the fly.
when you come down
I think he was
aggressive
trying,
against
I
him
think he was trying to defend himself, and he just started speaking, and he didn't have the facts to back him up.
Okay,
He's
it was
wrong.
nonsensical.
Yeah, nonsensical.
But it was a lie.
Right. Hey, the weather right now. The weather right now in Jamaica. It's not a lie. It's warm and sunny. Call your travel agent or go to visitjamaica.com to learn more. Let's go. My little editorial comment: you visit Negril. Get to Negril. You will absolutely love it. We have a
Rick's Cafe.
We have a great thing. Would you cliff dive?
I did.
You did do it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was fun.
There ain't any way I'm doing that.
I've done.
What is it? 2.5 stories or 3 stories?
I thought it was like 35 feet, but I could be.
So it's 3 stories.
Yeah, I could be
It's
wrong.
a little over 3 stories. No, it's around that. I know.
My favorite part about cliff jumping is I've done it a bunch in my life. Is once you jump, you naturally start flapping your arms like you're gonna fly.
Okay, dude. It's
the weirdest thing in the world.
Really?
If you haven't seen, if
you jump from a high distance, you start going like.
If you haven't seen Rick's Cafe in Negril, that's cliff diving, and that is the best thing. Is you're heading towards sunset.
Best sunset in the world, they claim.
It's unbelievable.
It is great.
And then you have happy hour, and you're out there having drinks, and
I literally did a shot here at the bar, turned around 5 feet, and jumped off a cliff, and I was like, "This is wild."
Oh man, I got a great new thing for you, and it comes to us from our friends at H&H Heating and Air Conditioning at DelcoHVAC.com. They're my guys. Fast, friendly, local HVAC service, DelcoHVAC.com. If you want to get your system maintained before you start using the air conditioner, and Pat, you use your air conditioner like to the point that it's falling apart, get Delco HVAC over to take a look at it before the season.
It's air conditioning season already.
Wait a minute, you don't have the air conditioner on yet?
Absolutely.
That's psycho stuff.
Yeah,
man. And I love AC.
Yeah, when pitchers and
hasn't even been
pitchers
hot
and catchers
yet.
report to spring training, my air conditioner reports.
It hasn't
to the
been
window.
hot yet.
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my gosh.
That's how I live my life.
You don't like windows being open?
Well, H&H Heating and Air Conditioning has got a great thing for you. Again, DelcoHVAC.com. The John Kincade Show, we want to thank everyone for listening. So here's the deal. Every hour of every day next week during our show, we're going to give away $50 gas cards to our listeners to just say, thanks for listening. Thanks to Delco HVAC. $50 an hour every day. So it's $200 a day. That is a beautiful $1,000 in gasoline we're giving away next week. And everybody needs it.
Yeah.
Everybody needs it right now.
Finally, they're dropping a little bit. But jeez, yeah, I could use $1,000 in gas.
My wife, do you troll your spouse?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a part of a healthy marriage.
And she, my wife sent me a picture the other day because she go, what's the price of gas at you go to the Costco? I go to the Costco in Glen Mills. What's the price of gas? And I tell her. Then she sends me the picture when she fills up. 79 cents a gallon she's paying less.
Jeez.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's absurd. This has got to stop. Thanks, Stelco HVAC. We appreciate it. Thanks for listening. All next week on the John Kincade Show. So you got $1,000 in gas cards. We'll be giving away $50 an hour. The Phillies and Mets began their series last night, their season series. And I will admit, 7th inning ended, TV was turned off, went into the bathroom, started brushing my teeth. I had the app on, and I was listening through the MLB at Bat app, and the Phillies are losing. And yes, when I told my wife, I love you, kiss goodnight, I said, this one's a loss. So I gave up. I gave up last night. I thought it was over. And then when they started to make the comeback, I would not go back into the other room and turn the TV on because somehow that would have affected the outcome, Bob. You realize that?
Sure.
It would have affected the outcome.
I had to switch seats last night just to make sure, I helped the rally.
It's so dumb what fans do, but I wouldn't go back in. I'm like, I'm just going to listen. And it was an excellent call on the radio, by the way, too. And I heard Tom McCarthy's highlights this morning. They were excellent also.
Yeah, my wife kind of was like, this game stinks. I'm going to go up in the 8th inning. I was like, yeah, I don't know if it was just, the fresh season and optimism or the new lineup, but I was like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to see this out.
But she cares enough to sit and watch.
She likes Phillies, yeah.
I love that.
And then I got a text upstairs in bed that said, let's go Phillies when the rally started.
Awesome.
So she started watching again.
She calls you Phillies?
Let's go, Phil.
Because he brings us back.
There you go.
Wow.
Perverts.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, well, it was a
Pat
great
just made it
night.
weird.
Phillies have the big comeback win. They're now 3-1. Again, trying to win. Just little steps to being a contender. Win every home series. Be good in your own division. That's a great start. And it's one of those gut-wrenching losses for the Mets. And what do you get today? You get your ace of the staff getting his first start in 2022. Now, I'm reading a couple conflicting things, but maybe 70, 75 pitches.
I was just going to say, what are we looking at, 65 here?
70, 75 pitches, man.
Yeah, and I read a story yesterday where he said, yeah, it's not ideal. You know, I haven't gone against live major league hitters. He said, but I put in the work, and I've gone against major league hitters before, so I know what it's like. I'm ready to go. My arm's ready to go. So I'm interested to see how he looks today, because this is an oddity where Wheeler's coming out not having faced any big league pitchers before he takes the mound to open a season.
And by the way, that tends to be that's really odd. That this is happening.
The fact that he hasn't really faced hitters yet is very, very odd.
And a rehab start, I guess, wasn't going to be in his, going up against, staying down in camp, whatever. Wasn't going to be the way they're going about it. I trust Wheeler to know what he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And if he comes out looking sharp tonight, then that's a great sign.
Well, I mean, if
he's ahead of schedule looking good.
Well, I mean, and last night, even Ranger.
Settled in.
Ranger, when you're throwing ground balls, I have no worries. If he was giving up bombs, I have a problem. They weren't hitting him that hard. They were hitting ground balls.
Yeah.
And they couldn't field them. They were fielding them like grenades.
I think the Mets had second and third. Was the first inning that it was second and third? And Rio Muto went out, and he just said, and you could read his lips, he just said, ground balls. Ground balls.
And he almost got out of that inning. He almost got out of that inning with just the one run.
Should have. If he didn't, he should have been out of it altogether. If he didn't bobble and then boom, I don't know what he was doing on his ice skates trying to play first base.
It was that was a strange night at the ballpark, though. That was an odd night, but to win that game is incredibly just promising. That getting the Mets heads.
Oh, my text from my Mets friends last night, I think said, "Cursed franchise. I hate it here."
Really? They were making fun of
They said I effing hate
They were
it here?
making fun.
They're much like Washington fans, where they hate their team. Mets fans, if you get the honest ones, they hate their team.
Why would you?
They really do. Because I have 5 or 6 pretty good friends that are Mets fans.
That's disgusting.
And most of them hate the team. Hate. My one friend trolls them on Twitter nonstop.
Then why would you root for the team anymore?
Because that's what they grew up with.
I we get that a lot here in Philly, right?
I couldn't.
I've never.
I hated the last decade of the Phillies.
I can say I hate the performance. I hate right now. I'm shocked. I never thought I'd see the Flyers franchise be as inept as it is.
Yeah, they're at a low point.
If you had told me 20 years ago that there's going to be a franchise in Philly that's just going to be so terrible, they're going to be just inept and have to, by their own things, they're going to run it into the ditch, I would have absolutely been more willing to say it was another franchise than the Flyers. I can't believe it. But it's pretty incredible to watch. I can't imagine hating on him. Win this one today. Win this one today, and then, with Wheeler on the mound, just the bullpen arms have been fun.
So my cousin up in Connecticut is a huge Mets fan, and he sends me a text at about 7:15 last night, and he says, "Since when did Philly start games at 6:45? I go to turn it on, and the game already started." He goes, "Well, luckily we're up 3-0 though." And I just said, "Long night."
Did he get a wake up? Did he get a wake up text?
He got a text after the final out. Yeah.
This is just for the month of April, right? The 6:30 starts. I wish they would do it all the time.
No, I think they're.
I thought it was the season.
I thought it was just the month of April or something.
No, I think it's when school is in.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
That in the summertime it won't be, but I think it's in when school's in. Hey, if you got problems with your building's water and wastewater pump system, I want you to visit pumpmanphilly.com. Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
Get it fixed.
Get it fixed. Jamie Lynch says he's digging for clues.
This is the Lynchpin.
Yeah, so today in town, Ahmad Sauce Gardner is going to be meeting with the Eagles, and that excites the hell out of me. He might be a guy they're willing to trade up for. we'll see what happens. But this is courtesy of the Birds blog. He put together the tracker, and the tracker isn't his opinion on who's been here. He sources it out, saying Daniel Jeremiah says this guy's been in town. Ian Rappaport says this guy's been in town. So I wanted to go through the names of guys because you get 30 meetings. The team does with players.
Okay, yeah, because you only have 30, right?
Yeah, you only get 30. So yeah, it's usually a fairly decent indicator of who you have some interest in. The first two guys on the board we've talked about at length before: Jordan Davis and Devontae Wyatt, the big boys from Georgia. Oh, duh, they're gonna have interest in those guys. Ahmad Sauce Gardner's here today. Marcus Jones is a cornerback from Houston. He's one of their 30. That's according to Aaron Wilson, who's tied into the Houston scene down there. Tyler Smith, an offensive lineman from Tulsa. No shock, they're going to talk to some offensive linemen. They always do. Perion Winfrey, the defensive lineman from Oklahoma, who was kind of the star of the Senior Bowl, is another guy. Kayvon Thibodeau, edge, Oregon. You got to do your homework there, right? That's one of the ones where
you have to.
You want to sit down, look him in the eye, and talk to him. Matt Corral, quarterback, Ole Miss, another offensive lineman.
I'm fascinated by that one.
Yeah, he's a real wild card on draft day because I feel like he could go anywhere from like 9-10 to
why do I smell
second round.
Why do I smell Commanders?
I think they're going to take a quarterback. For sure. I think Wentz is the bridge.
Woogie, woogie, woogie.
I smell them like...
I think they're live at 11 for a quarterback.
That would concern me because he's an intriguing arm.
He is intriguing. Jesse Lukita, the edge from Penn State, so another defensive lineman. Andrew Booth, the cornerback from Clemson. George Pickens, wide receiver from Georgia. Another edge from Penn State. Another edge from Western Kentucky. So if you kind of sift through who they're meeting with, it's cornerback, it's wide receiver, and it's D-line. If I had to guess, their first 2-round picks will be of those three position groups. I don't think we need to overcomplicate things here. No. I think it's wide receiver, defensive line, and cornerback.
I'm fine as long as there's somebody in the defensive secondary and there's somebody at wide receiver because the wide receiver market is just too pricey. You got to draft somebody.
Yeah, and I think they're going to. The Calvin Ridley thing tells me they wanted an upgrade big time there. If they see value in Jamison Williams coming off the injury, I think that makes sense.
That'd be delicious.
Treylon Burks is a pretty exciting prospect. And then if you don't get those guys in the first round because of Sauce Gardner becomes available, a guy like Pickens or Javon Dotson, somebody like that in the second round becomes live.
Yeah, I definitely could see them because of what we were talking about this, that there's up to 20 D linemen.
Daniel Jeremiah said that.
Yeah, so I could see them going maybe wide receiver secondary in the first round as opposed to anything else.
I was hoping that Sauce would have a morning meeting with the Eagles because he's been in and out of Chip Smith's place down in Atlanta. So I was hoping that maybe he'd be flying back.
I would love for him to drop.
He'd be flying back today, and maybe I'd have a chance to, sort of sell him.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's here today.
So he could do that.
Maybe he'll be on the same flight out.
I don't think he's going to get out that early. So, all right, we got a lot coming up for you. We appreciate you sticking around. The case on why you do not draft a quarterback past the first round is intriguing after the last 20 years of data. And it's just the second round alone. I'll tell you all about it. John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. It is Window Nation's spring break sale. And no, you don't have to go down to Fort Lauderdale to take advantage of it. It is a great, great deal for you right now. How about if you had a house of, let's say, 40 windows? Well, if you buy 2, you get 2 free. It's a pretty good deal. So you're paying half. Then you're going to pay nothing. How about that? Well, they're going to come to make you pay, but 2 years from now. So in 2024, you're paying for the windows that have upgraded your home, upgraded the beauty, cut down on the heating and cooling bills. No money down, no payments, and no interest till 2024. These are the best windows you can get to. Over 1 million windows installed and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, which tells you you can absolutely trust that they're going to deliver on the promise. If you have had high heating bills all winter long, it's because your windows are drafty. Why don't you get those windows replaced now? Take advantage of it for 2 full years. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Pay nothing for 2 years, no money down, no payments, no interest. You're going to love it. Every size, every style, every color at windownation.com. That's windownation.com. And then call them at 866-90-NATION. Tell them Kincade sent you in because Window Nation is always the perfect fit.
The John Kincade Show.
You can't just tag no offense on the end of something horribly offensive and act like it's okay.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Joel beyond the arc, fakes, drives, sidestep, jam. Oh, baby, a throwdown.
The Sixers start the 2022 NBA playoffs this Saturday at 6 versus the Raptors. It's round 1, game 1. Hear all the action right here on your home for 76ers playoff basketball. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Sixers basketball is brought to you by Corona, proud sponsor of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Paid for by Fidelity.
Today we're talking to Lauren, a financial services associate at Fidelity, about her Series 7 career. So, Lauren, we know having your Series 7 is key, but when it comes to your career, what were you looking for that you found with Fidelity?
Oh, gosh, yeah. I mean, I think the big lesson is that I just didn't know what I didn't know. I knew I was looking to find things like great benefits, great technology to better serve clients, though most of all, the resources and a culture of support to help me grow my career. So you start to wonder what your options may be.
Can you tell us a bit more about your Series 7 career with Fidelity?
Yes. So with Fidelity Investments, I found the growth opportunities I was looking for with my Series 7 and also a great culture with a company that puts clients first. This actually helps me achieve something much more powerful than I could have at my past job.
If you're looking to make a switch like Lauren, Fidelity Investments is hiring Series 7 professionals near you. Trade up to a company with the growth opportunities and reputation for putting people first that you'd expect from a large financial firm. Visit branches.fidelitycareers.com. That's branches.fidelitycareers.com. Fidelity is an equal opportunity employer.
Verizon knows you need internet speeds you can rely on at a price you can trust. Switch to Verizon Fios, the 100% fiber optic network with upload speeds up to 25 times faster than cable and internet plans with no surprises. Enjoy gaming with ultra-low lag, streaming your favorite shows and movies, and video chatting to stay connected with your friends and family. All with no hidden fees and no expiring promo prices. Plans start at just $39.99 per month with AutoPay. That's right. Faster speed and reliability costs less than you think. No surprises, no caveats, just the 100% fiber optic network and 100% price transparency. That's Verizon Fios. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. February 23rd, 2022 speed claim based on Fios gigabit connection max upload speeds of 880 megabits per second versus 35 megabits per second advertised upload speeds for Xfinity Gigabit, Spectrum Internet Gig, and Optimum 1 Gig plans. $15 per month router charge, $99 setup fee, and terms may apply.
You're the one everyone looks to for answers. Come rain or shine, the job must get done, and you're the one who makes it happen. We get you, Jackie in Fresno, putting your employee safety first. And Manny in Chattanooga, whose local Granger team knows him by name. We're here for you and all the ones who get it done with 24/7 customer support and access to product specialists to help you find what you need. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, America's #1 brakes destination. We have the pads, rotors, drums, shoes, and brake fluids to improve your stopping power. Right now, save 15% when you get any 2 Duralast rotors with a set of Duralast brake pads. Missing a tool? Ask about our free Loan-A-Tool program and borrow the tools you need to get the job done.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the MPD Group 2021. Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool.
From installing a smart garage door opener, to installing a bathroom faucet, to removing a tree, the Home Depot believes you can do anything, especially the things we have how-to guides for. Visit HomeDepot.com for thousands of tips, workshops, and ideas for projects, big and small. The Home Depot app, how doers get more done.
Welcome to Allstate, where saving on your auto insurance is kind of like a joyride. You, your car, and an open road. Maybe your best friend, too. The music is chill, and so is the traffic. You and your friend both look over at each other, and then he puts his head back out the window. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
Hey, it's because you're getting ready for that spring cleanup. The garage, the attic. Big move. Let me tell you about the perfect solution. The Bagster. The Bagster, by far the most convenient and affordable way to help with your cleanup. The Bagster, what a product. 3 cubic yard dumpster in a bag. Holds 3,300 pounds of waste. Sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, local hardware stores for just $29.99. Buy it, fill it, schedule your collection. Boom, it's gone. Clean it up with the Bagster. Dumpster in a bag.
It's Ford Truck Month. Now's the time to get a great deal on the only trucks built Ford tough. Work or play, get after it in a new Ford F-150 or Super Duty truck. Get a Ford Maverick or get after any adventure in a Ford Ranger pickup. Take advantage of our best offers on the full Ford lineup of trucks. But you better get going. These deals won't last. Get to Ford Truck Month. Maverick has limited availability. See dealer for inventory stock.
As the weather gets nicer and you spend more time outside, you may notice your home's exterior is in need of some improvements. If it's time for new windows, roofing, or siding, call Mike and his team at Preferred Home Improvement. For over 35 years, this family business has been preferred by homeowners in Bucks, Montgomery, and Chester counties. Let Preferred Home Improvement get the exterior of your home ready for summer. Visit phibuilds.com. For over 35 years, homeowners trust Preferred Home Improvement. That's phibuilds.com.
Hey, guys, got to tell you, Iron Mountain Men's Health is the leader in men's sexual health. If your energy level in the bedroom isn't what you want it to be, call them today. Dr. Avidan Appel and his team specialize in the treatment of low testosterone and ED. Maybe you've tried pills and they didn't work. It's probably because you weren't given the right treatment for your specific body chemistry. But at Iron Mountain Men's Health, you meet with a physician who will take proper care in making sure you do receive the right treatment. Some patients are experiencing results after their first visit. They offer financing for qualified patients and telehealth appointments for your convenience. Get yourself back into action before summer begins. Set up your free consultation today at ironmountainmenshealth.com. That's ironmountainmenshealth.com or call 215-659-3770 and tell them Bob Cooney sent you.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You know we really like you when you listen on the radio, but we love you a little bit extra when you take us with you after your ride on the 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. I told you a little earlier, I'm trying this thing called Co-Pair, and I decided to do it the other day. I asked Christina, I said, how many times have I lost the same 20 pounds in 20 years of marriage? And she was like, probably 5 or 6. And I heard about Co-Pair, and I've decided to try it. You can check it out for yourself, Co-Pair, C-O-P-A-R-E health.com. Get started with your personal journey of just making better choices about food and decisions you make and how to live a healthier lifestyle. Feel better, live better with Co-Pair. Go check out COPARE health.com if you'd like to try it too. Adam Schefter will join us at 8:10 today. Special day today. He joins us today, so we will check that out. Yesterday I was saying, you know what? Maybe I do want a Desmond Ridder in the 3rd round or the 4th round if he was still on the board. Now seeing all these quarterbacks making a move, I'm thinking he'll never be there. But we were talking about, would you consider taking a quarterback 3rd round or 4th round if one was there, and would you do it this year, or do you choose to do something else? I don't want Gardner Minshew gone, so if it means waiting till next year to do one, I'll do one. But there was a really, really interesting study. Ben Baldwin had this, and he does a lot of studies of the NFL. The last 20 years, I'm going to give you the 2nd-round quarterbacks that have been drafted, where teams have used 2nd-round picks on quarterbacks. It's horrendous. It is a horrendous list. Kyle Trask, who, by the way, the Buccaneers were not going to go with Kyle Trask as their quarterback if Tom Brady didn't come back. They were going to make other plans.
Did they watch him at Florida?
I like Kyle Trask at Florida.
He was okay, but I didn't think he was a pro quarterback.
I did like him, though. But I wouldn't have liked him where they drafted him, but I think they overdrafted him. Obviously, Jalen Hurts, Drew Lock with the Broncos, and the Broncos found out that Drew Lock wasn't an answer.
Now Seattle.
Deshaun Kaiser.
Oof.
Christian Hackenberg.
Oof.
Guess they didn't see the Temple game. Now there is one. Derek Carr.
That's a hit.
I think that's a hit.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
And I also think this next one's a hit. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
I think it's a hit.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You've been to an NFC title game. You've been to a Super Bowl. Geno Smith.
No.
Brock Osweiler.
Oh, God, no.
But he had some moments.
Yeah, he started a game here and there.
Andy Dalton.
It's a hit.
I think it's a hit.
I mean,
For a second rounder, absolutely.
He was a 10-year starter in the league? That's a hit.
I think so easily.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
I think it's a hit.
Sure it
in
is.
that it was, again, you got somewhere with him. Jimmy Clausen.
Oof.
Pat White.
Oof.
Brian Brome, I'm sorry, out of Louisville. Chad Henne.
Oof.
Long career, though.
I guess.
Kevin Cobb. John Beck.
Kevin Kolb.
I
Drew
love John Beck.
You loved
BYU?
him coming out, you mean?
John Beck, yeah.
Was he BYU?
So never take what I say about quarterback evaluation.
Pat, I'll raise my hand and say I found him very intriguing. And then I saw him play. Drew Stanton, Kellen Clemens, Tavares Jackson. So it's around a 25% hit rate with second-round quarterbacks in the NFL in the last 20 years. Around a 20% hit rate where you say, okay, a Derek Carr, a Jimmy Garoppolo, and Andy Dalton, a Colin Kaepernick. There. Jalen Hurts still to be determined. And I could see Jalen Hurts going into that conversation.
If he's a starter for 7 or 8 years in the league,
he is.
That's a hit.
I think if you get him if he's a starter for 4 or 5 years,
yeah, it's a hit.
You would say it's a hit. But to me, it just tells you think you know what these guys are about, and you really don't. You really don't.
Yeah, I mean, first round's where you get your quarterbacks. You get occasionally lucky with a Russell Wilson and a Tom Brady.
So
a couple
why
other guys here and there, but for the most part, all the great ones are top. Outside Aaron Rodgers, top 20 picks.
And then you get a Russell Wilson in the third round, and you go, oh, well, Russell Wilson. But then you start literally cherry-picking the total exception to the rule.
Few and far between after the first round.
Yeah, the only second-round picks I can think of that are worth a damn, whose career is over. You know, we're not in the middle of it like Derek Carr.
Okay.
But, I mean, Drew Brees was a stud.
Yeah.
Absolute
Hall of
stud.
Famer. Jake Plummer. And other than that,
Jake the Snake had a career.
I could list a bunch that were horrible.
Yes.
But as you're talking about, exception of the rule.
Yeah, and that's one of the things is, though, then I say to myself, so then why the hell are you saying use a third or a fourth round pick on a quarterback?
Well, because Ritter would only be a backup here. The reason I would do it, I would flip Minshew because I don't think he's here for the long term. If I could recoup a fourth or a fifth and get Ritter in the third or fourth, to me, I do that because then you have Ritter as a 4 or 5 year guy here that's cheap. So I view it as a backup.
What I don't understand is if something happens to Jalen Hurts turns an ankle, Jalen Hurts, your whole season can be sunk. And this is not a year where the Eagles would be fine going, yep, let's wait till next year, let's tank it.
Yeah.
Your whole season's ruined if Jalen Hurts goes down and you don't have Minshew.
Most teams' chances are ruined when the starting quarterback goes down.
No, but if you don't have Minshew,
I mean, what's Gardner Minshew winning you?
I think Minshew can win
a couple games, but he's not ultimately winning you anything.
I think he's the perfect backup quarterback.
I'm going to tell you right now.
But it's 1 year.
I believe if Jalen Hurts was the starter with this same roster and Gardner Minshew was the starter with this same roster, the win total from Vegas would be very, very similar. I think Vegas would look at it as
probably because you're a running team.
They're similar guys. And so to me, it's why I need to have Gardner Minshew. I can't have somebody who's never played in the NFL be his backup.
And then go get another veteran. I mean, if I can get a fourth rounder.
Yeah, but then you might get somebody like Flacco who can't play.
Well, if somebody's drunk enough to give me a fourth rounder for Gardner Minshew, done deal. Done.
You really would. You'd be done with
God, yeah. I wouldn't think twice about it.
And then it's
you turned a
September.
6th-round pick into a 4th-round pick just by acquiring a guy for
I understand,
a year.
but you also potentially sink your season. If something happens to Jalen Hurts, you're sunk. If you're throwing a rookie.
You're not winning anything with Gardner Minshew anyway. He might win you a couple games, but it's not like you're doing anything.
You really believe Gardner Minshew, like if you were talking about chance to win games, you think Jalen Hurts gives you that much more of a chance to win than Minshew? I do not.
More.
I do not.
I think he gives you more because he can make plays. He can keep plays alive because of his feet. He can run. He runs for touchdowns.
He's not as good a passer.
Probably
No, he's not.
But
No, he's not.
You know,
I think Minshew reads a defense better.
Minshew's better at reading a defense and a better passer. So, I mean, Minshew his touchdown to interceptions is fantastic. He's had much more success throwing the football than Jalen Hurts has.
Yeah, my point is just I don't think you're winning anything.
Well, I don't think this is a year you're winning anything anyway.
Well, who knows? Maybe if Tom House, fixes something.
No, but I mean, winning maybe
you could win the division.
You could win the division,
yeah,
right? But you're not. I'm not talking about winning this year.
Yeah. So to me, like if Jalen Hurts goes down, the season's pretty much
don't even put it
lost cause anyway. So
existence.
Go get a veteran scrub, have him bridge to Ritter or whoever your cheap backup option is, and do it that way.
Adam Schefter, by the way, shifting to 8:30. He will join us at 8:30.
He's working on something. Something's going on.
Maybe he's got some tidbit for us.
I hope it's honey badger.
You never know. Wouldn't that be great if he said, guys, I like to break
I didn't tweet this first.
I would like to break it on your show. Yeah, Twitter's been a little bit not his friend lately, but hopefully.
He's had a rough couple days.
Yeah, I would say
he
so.
issued an apology yesterday, which was the right thing to do, obviously.
Apology, though? You think he had to apologize?
I don't think that's how he intended for it to come out. So I think he had to apologize for miswording it.
Yeah, he said Dwayne Haskins, standout at Ohio State before struggling to catch on with Washington and Pittsburgh in the NFL, died this morning when he got hit by a car in South Florida, per his agent, Cedric Saunders. Haskins would have turned 25 years old on May 3rd. It sounds a little callous.
Yeah.
In the wording.
But like people
There's no lies.
People lumped him in with Gil Brandt, and I was like, they're not even comparable.
It's ridiculous.
Adam made, was it needed right then? No.
No.
It could have been part of the story. It didn't need to be part of the tweet.
Yeah, it didn't have to be a headline.
Yeah. And I think that was his mistake, and he realizes it.
And he stood up on that. I didn't think it needed an apology.
I think it's the right thing to do because it became a story of Dwayne's. He had to address it.
I always say you don't apologize if there was no intent.
Clarify.
You clarify your statement, but you don't apologize for something where you had no intent. Adam did not have any intent. There's no intent. He didn't sit there and go, "Oh man, let me besmirch this guy."
Yeah, but if I'm in
and by
Dwayne's
the way,
family,
there were no lies told.
But if I'm a friend of Dwayne or in Dwayne's family,
I would imagine they'd be.
I'm going, yo, dude, are you serious?
At this moment, you tweeted
really?
That.
Like,
yeah, it's very. It sounded.
So I think for that reason, he did the right thing and just apologized. It wasn't my intention to do that, and I misworded it, and I'm sorry. That's all. It's not a big deal.
In Cooney's Corner, Bob's going to get in the Wayback Machine and look back.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Yeah, so yesterday I'm all antsy. I'm outside doing some work. I'm trying to, get our thoughts together for today, all these things. And I find that I'm just standing and I'm going and I'm doing. And I'm like, what's going on here? I had to kind of get within myself and say, what are you doing? And I realized why.
What do you mean?
I couldn't wait for 6:45. And I'm not kidding you. It was like an Eagles Sunday. And while I'm watching the Phillies play last night, I had to go downstairs to get something. And the way our house is I can go down the stairs and look through the railings and see the television. And I'm taking a step and watching a pitch. And then I'm taking another step because I don't want to miss the next pitch. And then the catcher goes and visits the mound. And I run downstairs as fast as I can to get what I need to get. And I get back upstairs. I need to watch every pitch of this Phillies team right now. I haven't done that since 2012. When you mentioned at 1 o'clock game tomorrow, I hadn't put that in my head yet because I'm a day-to-day guy, as I tell you all the time.
You had lunch plans made by 6 a.m. when you heard that.
No, but I have to, not that I have to, but I'm doing Mike's show tomorrow for our Sixers playoff thing. So I immediately thought to myself, okay, I got to get out there by 1 o'clock. So even if I'm not on Mike's show until 3 or 3:30, I need to be sitting there watching the Phillies game, and I can't miss it. I can't be sitting in the car during the game.
Well, wait a minute. That's a good place to do it.
Yeah,
right?
This is how intrigued this team has me. And literally, I literally last night would not miss a pitch when they were down. They were down 4-0, and it was the 8th inning, though, that was just starting. But I couldn't take another step until, okay, through that pitch, run, grab what I need, and get back up to where I have to be.
What were you doing?
I had to run down.
Laundry?
I think I had to put a load.
I was doing laundry last night.
No,
all
because
we
I only
do
had to
is
grab.
laundry.
Oh, I know what I had.
I was running the dishwasher, doing laundry, trying to make sure everything's done by the time the girls arrive Wednesday night with me. Like she come in and go, boy, the house looks great.
Mom's coming home. Clean up.
I vacuumed. Got it all done. I get what you're. I
was
get the
watching.
Excitement. The excitement was there.
It was. I was watching on my phone. I mean, to Bob's point, like I'm in on every pitch too because I'm putting Paige down, bottle, darkness, sound machine, and I got the phone propped up on her changing table, peeking out of the corner of my eye, watching Alec Bohm butcher every throw he made last night. So I'm on every pitch too right now.
And I said I gave up after the 7th on TV.
Shame.
I had to pack.
Yeah,
I had to pack a bag.
If we're being honest with ourselves, after a first couple of innings of 3 errors by the third baseman and Ranger Suarez struggling the way he did,
it was an easy one to quit on.
Exactly, and that's what. And it didn't happen. I didn't flinch.
So I just saw the stat. I just retweeted it from ESPN Stats and Info. The Phillies had lost 54 straight games when trailing by at least 4 runs in the 8th inning or later until Monday.
It's a good trend, Pat. And it also, you bet the money line, the live in-game when they were down. 3-0, was it, when you jumped on board?
Yeah, after the first, I jumped on 3-0, and it wasn't looking great there until the 8th. But luckily, they were facing the Mets. The Mets are going to Mets.
Look at
LOL Mets.
I'll tell you, the unsung hero of that game was Nelson.
Oh, he was fantastic.
He was awesome.
He came in and stopped the bleeding.
I've never even heard of that guy.
Gave up 1. Yeah, they traded for him in the offseason. It was like a 40-man roster
was
swap.
He at Tampa?
No, he was with the
Where?
Yankees.
Yankees.
Yeah, they made like a minor deal with the Yankees. But he came in and impressed. I mean,
he did.
4 innings, and it looked like the wheels could have fallen off, and he kind of kept it at bay there for a while. So, I mean, if you're looking at one huge positive, other than the fact they came back, their bullpen has been really, really good so far. Now, it's early.
Early.
But it's
4 games.
But still, I mean, that's a game where they would have lost last year, the year before. The bullpen would have came in. They wouldn't have stopped the bleeding, so it's a positive.
I like it. Tomorrow, Bob Cooney looking for a place to watch the Phillies game before you'll join the Mike Missinelli Show Sixers playoff preview.
Oh, go to Workhorse. I'll text Dan.
Go to
I am going there.
Workhorse Brewing, 250 King Manor Drive in KOP. It's the Fanatics playoff preview special. Mike, Tyrone, and Jen with special guest Mark Jackson, Rich Hoffman, Keith Pompey, Bob Cooney, Anthony Gargano, Devon Givens, and more. Taking an in-depth look at the Sixers playoff run to come. You can get complete details at 97.5thefanatic.com. It's all being presented by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board and 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm very, very sorry that I am missing the event tomorrow, but I will be doing the Donuts with Dads tomorrow morning. Going back and revisiting what it was like in kindergarten.
Nice.
With my now senior in high school daughter, who, by the way, Pat, you'd be proud of her. Her first detention ever.
Way to go. Welcome to the club.
She's 4 weeks to graduation. She got her first detention ever.
That's good. How did she feel?
8 kids in her class got a detention. It's birds. It's is it ornithology?
Sure.
That sounds right, yeah.
They do rocks. I call it rock, paper, scissors because they call it it's like the rocks for jocks. They do rocks one time, they do birds, and as the senior science, if you've already done physics and you've already done chemistry and everything, it's supposed to be the easy science. Well, they were going bird watching yesterday in this ornithology class, and 8 of them didn't get to where Coach Nam wanted them to be fast enough. And he gave them all detention.
Jesus.
It's the first time.
Sounds like Coach Hardass.
Yeah,
Coach
what a real
Nam
badass.
well, guess what? When I see Coach Nam tomorrow, when I see him at Donuts for Dads, I got a few words for Coach Nam. And Olivia's like, Dad, do not.
Olivia walks
Dad,
in. Hey,
do not.
What are you in for? Bird watching.
And she's never got a detention. She gets
the bad girl of bird watching today.
Her and 8 of them. Now, I guarantee you, they probably had their heads in their phones. And were probably wandering and then went, well, where are we supposed to be meeting him on campus? Oh, wait a minute. With their little binoculars? So I said, she goes, Dad, I can't believe it. I said, serve the detention, zip your lip, and next time go where you're supposed to be. I mean, it's no big deal.
Or Coach Hardass can relax with 4 weeks to go in his senior year.
Coach, come on.
No, you're not.
No, absolutely I will.
No, you're not.
No, I absolutely.
She told you not to.
She did.
You will not do it.
Yeah, but Nam, yeah, I know. I shouldn't. No,
you won't.
Bob, I'm not as...
You won't.
I might not be as good a person as you. I don't know. Jamie, you're saying something about Doc Rivers going into this series with Toronto. You're going to give Doc coaching advice? Do you want to get Derek Bodner Do you want to get told that you don't know anything and you're not as smart as him?
No, I don't know why he's so concerned with matching. Why not be the mismatcher?
Explain.
Why not make the other team adjust to you? Why are you adjusting to the other team all the time? If another team's running a big out, why not run a Paul Reed or Charles Bassey out and have him play a little perimeter and draw the guy out and open things up? Why not make them adjust to you? Why are you so worried about adjusting to them? I didn't. The more and more I thought about his explanation yesterday, the more and more I hated it. We run bigs when they run big. We run small when they run small. How about you impose your style of play on someone else? Ever think about that?
No. I honestly didn't.
Why?
No, I mean,
why is
honestly,
he so worried about matching what the other team does? Why don't you be the one that forces them to match?
I don't.
Maybe it's because he doesn't have the personnel. That's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, make them match you.
See, Pat, I disagree with you. See, this is another example where Jamie's smarter than you make him out to be behind the scenes.
Jamie's had a strong week.
Jamie, that's, I swear to you,
to me, that's kind of a cowardice mentality for a coach to have. Oh, well, I have to match them. No, why can't they match you?
Okay, because maybe, did he say it, Bob, because Nick Nurse is the matchup, and Nick Nurse is supposedly one of the greatest at matching up against you and doing counter moves, that this guy is supposedly the master chess player? Greg Popovich said that this guy is the master chess player, is not him, said it's Nick Nurse.
He's a good coach.
Yeah.
At moves in games, supposedly Nick Nurse is brilliant.
I hear what Jamie's saying, and I love it. If I'm not going to defend, but if I find an ounce of understanding in what Doc is saying, maybe it's because that second unit is just so not good that's what he's doing. He's playing catch up all the time. Like if he were to say that about the first unit, Embiid, Harden, side, what? Teams have to match you and stop you. You know. So I totally agree with your thinking, James. My only thinking of why he's saying it is just that. Is it because this second unit is just so bad all year long that he has had to play mix and match on the other end?
How does he know what Paul Reed is when he doesn't give him opportunities? Or how does he know what Charles Bassey is when he's not giving him opportunities?
And what's a harder matchup? A 6'9" guy that can run all over the place, that can shoot from outside, that can, that's constant movement.
Or DeAndre who's a slug on the block.
Exactly.
I think it's a lot more difficult to match up with Paul Reed and Charles Bassey.
Yeah.
No, NBA TV did a little thing yesterday, and they took it. Their panelists took issue with Doc saying we're not on the B-Ball Paul championship.
That was ridiculous.
That was weird.
They took more issue with that.
Yeah.
Saying that
we're trying to win championships. We're not on the Paul Reed victory tour.
What does that do for a young player, and why would you do that?
If I was Paul, I'd be like, Doc, is there something I've done
that's
to offend you or something?
Because that was a really.
I thought I had a good game and I played my heart out there for you.
I think
What's up?
I think he hates. I think this man hates being questioned. And he does not like to be questioned.
But shouldn't he have learned from his maxi mistakes of last year?
I would think you would.
I mean, the kid has shown you now he was deserving of a couple more minutes last year. I'm not saying play him 38 minutes a game, but he was deserving of 20 to 25 minutes a game last year.
I'll raise my hand and say I was not one of those people saying, though, that was a major mistake on his part.
I thought at points it got pretty bad.
No, you
where
said it.
You needed sparks.
I remember you saying it.
Yeah.
And
I'm worried about the same thing repeating itself this year. If DeAndre Jordan's out there slugging it up and killing you, you can't wait until you're tied 2-2 going in, to Game 5 to try Paul Reed out. You gotta have a quick hook.
Expectations are big for this team, and this guy bears a lot of that on his shoulders. We'll get to that next. Second half of the John Kincade Show coming your way right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Get the new BetParks app, BetParks PA and BetParks NJ. Go to BetParks.com and you can download the app, or go to the, right now and just download in the App Store. You will absolutely love it. So tonight, we got some action. You can, the Phillies are favored by 1.5. So, do you want to lay the runs? This is going to be Wheeler's debut. So you got your ace on the mound tonight. The over-under is 6.5 runs scored tonight. That might be one you're thinking about. Plus, you have 2 games where the winner is in the playoffs as the 7th seed. In the early game, Brooklyn's an 8.5-point favorite over Cleveland. I'm leaning towards taking the Cavs and the points. And Minnesota's a 3.5-point favorite over the Clippers. And I'm thinking about laying the points there with Minnesota. You have so many different ways to bet. You got a $750 risk-free bet if you mention promo code Kincade. Promo code Kincade when you're setting up your account. BetParks, casino and sportsbook app. It's revamped. It's beautiful. You're going to love it. You got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. If you have a gambling problem, would you please call 1-800-GAMBLER?
The John Kincade Show.
Looks like I'm in for a bad hair day.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials, a new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
You know the signs of a natural gas leak. Ooh, it smells like rotten eggs. But what's your next move in that situation?
Scoot, run, bolt, flee. Gas leaks are no good for me. If you smell gas, it's time to go. Leave the scene and call Pico. 1-800-841-4141.
Give us a call and we'll send someone to check it out. Pico is here to help 24/7.
I hate Steven Singer.
I get that a lot.
You know why?
Why?
Because unless I buy my gifts from Steven Singer Jewelers, my wife isn't satisfied.
So, how can I help you?
Well, how do you get away with advertising real roses you don't throw in the trash in a week?
They're my famous roses, dipped in pure 24-karat gold. They last forever.
Sounds expensive.
They start at just $59. Each one comes in a premium color and is shipped in our signature gift box with a love message from you.
Do I have to water it?
Nope, it's a real rose, and it's preserved in pure gold.
All right. How do I get one?
Easy. Just go to IHateStevenSinger.com.
Shipping.
Free in time for Mother's Day, but don't wait.
What if she hates my personal love message?
Just pick one from our online list.
Just click on IHateStevenSinger.com to see the entire collection of real roses dipped in 24-karat gold. No matter how you feel about Steven Singer, she'll love it.
Do you still hate me?
Absolutely.
The sound of you doing is music to our ears. Order on the Home Depot app and get convenient delivery, so you don't have to stop doing when you need something. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Friends, we all reach tipping points in life. The weight of a low-paying job, unpaid bills, a new family. You can't keep going. That's where My Computer Career can help. In just months, not years, they can help you start a new life as an IT pro, even without prior experience. Impossible? You learn online from home. And My Computer Career offers lifetime career services to help you find jobs with companies begging for IT pros. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Napa know-how. At Napa, we've got more ways to keep you mobile with huge deals on Mobile One motor oil. Right now, get a 5-quart bottle of Mobile One synthetic motor oil for just $29.95. Or get $5 back when you buy a 5-quart bottle of any Mobile One motor oil and a Napa Platinum filter. So wherever you're going and whatever you're driving, Napa helps you stay mobile.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations, does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sales price not available in some states. Offer ends 4/30/2022.
Whether you want to buy a new home, grow your business, or build your nest egg, where there's a WSFS, there's a way. WSFS Bank has been serving the people of this region for nearly 200 years, so we understand your needs, your hopes, your aspirations. With a local presence and national capabilities, WSFS is the bank from here that can take you anywhere. So now the question is, where would you like to go? Where there's a WSFS, there's a way. WSFS Bank. We stand for service. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Globus Medical is hiring in the Limerick and Audubon area. Be a part of one of the fastest growing orthopedics companies. Since 2003, Globus Medical has led the way in medical device manufacturing. Key positions include CNC machinist, model makers, quality inspectors, engineers, and more. No experience is required as Globus Medical is committed to career development while offering a competitive compensation package. Apply today at globusmedical.com/careers and help us improve the lives of patients with musculoskeletal disorders. Globus Medical. Life moves us. Apply today.
AAA Distributor has in-stock kitchen, bath, and flooring products for all your remodeling needs. Located on Grant Avenue near the Northeast Philadelphia Airport, AAA Distributor is open to the public but offers wholesale prices. Pick up your kitchen today at AAA Distributor. AAAdistributor.com.
Hey Philly, Dunkin' has your back by making mobile ordering as easy as possible. They'll get you in, out, and on the go so you'll be feeling good to go. Order through the Dunkin' app or pick up in-store or the drive-thru for a contactless experience. America runs on Dunkin'.
Even though the Flyers have been eliminated, it doesn't mean that NHL action isn't taking place, and it doesn't mean that you can't win money on it. We got the debut of one of the Flyers' top prospects tonight, so you might want to wager a little bit of coin on that game. I'm asking you to do it at BetMGM because they have a great offer for new customers. Here's what you do. You hop on over to the King of Sportsbooks BetMGM's app or go to BetMGM.com and register with the King. And when you do that and they ask you for a bonus code, you type in Pat Egan 200. Then you just have to place a $10 moneyline wager on any NHL game. I would pick the local one, but you can pick any one you want. And if either team scores a goal, you'll win $200 in free bets. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. Games in hockey, they can't end in ties, which means that one of these teams is going to score a goal, and you're guaranteed $200 in free bets. And then you can use it, and you could pop around and see the great features that BetMGM has to offer with their betting options and their parlay boosts and all of the great things that truly make them the king of sportsbooks. But in order to get it, you have to enter the bonus code PatEgan200 when you register. So hop on over to the app or the website. Pop in that bonus code, PatEgan200, place $10 on the money line of any NHL game, and when the first puck goes in the net, you end up winning $200 in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 years of age, order to wager. New Jersey and Pennsylvania only. New customer offer. All promotions subject to qualification, eligibility requirements. Words issued and knowledge all for free bets site credit. Free bets expire within 7 days of issuance. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Home of 76ers basketball and Flyers hockey.
Plug in.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You may not officially be one of my endless cousins, but I do consider you part of our family.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Halfway home on this Tuesday edition of the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. The 8 o'clock hour is brought to you by our friends at Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit PAWorkinjury.com. Adam Schefter joins us at 8:30 on a special day today. A conflict with his schedule tomorrow. So Adam will join us today at 8:30. Could there be some sexy news coming our way? Who knows? But I am optimistic because, again, yesterday, and I heard it reported on the NFL Network that Rodney McLeod it was pretty much confirmed that he was waiting for the Eagles to be totally done, that there was no returning here.
Yeah, I think he loved it here.
So what went down? What went down Saturday that he said, okay, well, I got to pull the trigger and take another job? Or Friday night when he got told or whatever.
My guess is
went down?
They got a good feeling about a comfortable area of money for the Honey Badger.
My guess
That's just a guess.
My guess is that they know where what the Honey Badger's asking for.
Yeah, and they can
And
swing
then they
it.
looked at the draft class.
I think they do both.
And said, we don't want to pay what Rodney wants to get paid. Because he got a nice payday in Indy, but he didn't get a.
And I just saw the Honey Badgers say that he would have taken the same deal Justin Reed got in KC, which I think was 3 years, $31 million. So if he was willing to take that, you might even be able to get him for a little less if other teams aren't knocking down his door.
Yeah, and they're not.
So,
327.
That's a steal for me.
Honestly, I do 327. It does work. Now, reportedly, I'm going from Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Supposedly, the Steelers would not go 325.
Fine. I don't care.
Like, what is it? Why is this guy having a soft market? It just
He's
What
going
is
to
he,
be
31?
No, he'll be 30 when the season starts.
So you're going to get his 30th year, his 31st, and his 32nd.
3-year deal done.
I'm totally fine with that, especially if the deal's written where if the third year you could get out, you get more loaded.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'd be
and
fine
that's a
with it.
Howie special. Howie, get a 3-year special together.
I just wonder why it's not why he's hitting a soft market. He's too good a player. He really is. He's too good a player. He may, maybe just money wise, he's going to say, "Yeah, I'll let it ride. I'll let it ride."
Maybe he thought Casey was going to bring him back in the beginning. The kind of first wave of safety moves happened, and he was kind of caught.
When I tell you, Shaquille does a lot down in LSU community in Baton Rouge, and this guy is beloved. Beloved in the community, beloved in the university community. He is. If you've ever seen him speak to young players, he's fun, and he tells the truth. It's like how he had to grow up, he had to learn, he made mistakes, but he's wonderful.
He's always there.
He's wonderful talking to young players.
I see him post from LSU all the time.
I would love it if he came aboard.
Yeah, so would I.
And I'm going to be pissed off if I'm on the plane today and news comes down and you guys get to talk about it tomorrow morning. That's really going to piss me off. The Phillies have had such an excellent run with the Zach Wheeler signing. I mean, it really is. It is a nice move. He could have won the Cy Young last year. I'm not going to say should have, but he absolutely could have. And tonight he makes his season debut against the hated Mets, who he loves to go up against. Now, I just ask you a simple question. Pat, I want to start with you. Can we possibly expect him to match the success of last year?
No.
So that's not fair, or
I don't think it's fair.
Is it the amount of innings you say no so fast?
Yeah, I don't think it's fair for either. I don't think the amount of innings, and I don't think the ERA and the success. He had an otherworldly season. I think he should have won MVP. I think he should have won Cy Young award. I can't talk today. I think he should have won the Cy Young award.
Just say
and
breast.
to expect, right? And to expect him to match the numbers that finished second in that voting, it's not really fair to him. I think a more realistic number is probably like if he throws a 3.3 ERA, I'm happy.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
You know, he was.
What are you talking about? Like a 3.3 ERA with 200 innings pitched?
I think 200 innings pitched is probably.
Well, I mean, what did he pitch last year? 230?
213.
Yeah,
213.
So I think you're probably looking at like 180. 190. You got to remember, he had a shortened spring training,
correct,
which means he's probably not going to go deep today.
Right.
He probably isn't going to go deep the next game either. If the blister injury ends up rearing its ugly head, that's plagued him in his career. I would be thrilled if he got to 200 innings. I don't think it's going to happen.
And he's a guy who grew up right near the Braves Stadium, and the Braves wouldn't sign him because of that blister issue.
That was dumb.
Because they thought with the humidity down there, you get a lot more blisters, and they thought it was going to rear its ugly head. And look what it's done. His ugly head goes up against the teams in the NL East, and they wish that they'd signed him. He's been a great signing.
Yeah.
He's been one of the best signings in Philadelphia in the last 25 years.
I didn't like it at the time.
You didn't?
Like full.
I like
Me and Pat battled over it.
Yeah, I was wrong on that.
Why did you not like it, Pat? I know people who didn't like it in my friend circle because of the Mets stink. They didn't want a Met.
Usually,
and I think that's crazy town.
Usually that is it with me.
Really?
Usually.
Okay.
With this, it was more to do with the fact that you gave $100 million to a guy that his splits were really good. He sucked half the season, but he was really good the second half of the season. Last year, it was the first time in his career where he was great an entire season.
Yeah.
He was great from pillar to post. And it was one of my concerns was, early on when he was having success, has it flipped? Is he having a really good first half and he's going to have a really bad second half? And he didn't, which is great.
Did you say he was good from what? Pillar to post?
Pillar to post.
Ah, I haven't heard that saying in a long time.
I haven't heard it since, honestly, my dad's been dead 40 years.
I was going to say, it's the first time he can sound like an old man.
Where did you learn pillar to post?
I don't think I learned it.
No, you had to learn it from somebody.
I didn't write it down of who told me this.
I haven't heard pillar to post.
I haven't heard it.
No, when it went off, my ears perked up because I haven't heard that. Tom Kincade.
I'm almost proud of you a little bit.
I like it.
There.
Thanks, guys.
Little pillar to post. Yeah, Wheeler's been phenomenal since he's been here. I mean, with the Phillies, he's got a 2.82 ERA in his
Oh, my
year and
gosh.
a little bit of time with the Phillies. I loved when they got him because I thought it was a guy that maybe from the Tommy John, it was a few years ago that your arm is like totally healed and ready to roll, and now you can really go. I'm looking for a big year from him again. And Pat, 185, I think that's a good inning total, 180, 185. I like that a lot.
You know what, though? Hearing those numbers that he's had here, 3.3, though, that's a little high.
3.3 is a little
How
high
about
since he's at 282. But with this team, a 3.3 is okay. He had 10 losses last year with a 2.82 ERA. That's a team not hitting behind you. I don't think he's going to run into that trouble a lot this year.
I also think that with this poor defense, like, a lot of it's going to be
extra
unearned
outs,
runs.
right?
But with that said, a lot of it's going to be like these guys just don't have the ability to get to a ball. You know, they're slow. They're slow defenders. So I think that the entire pitching staff, for the most part, they're going to see their ERA rise a smidge.
Hang out with the Mike Missinelli Show tomorrow, live from Workhouse Brewing, 250 King Manor Drive. I said Workhorse Brewing.
You said Workhouse.
I said Workhouse?
You did it yesterday, too.
Just do your breast, John.
I'm doing my breast on this one. Live from Workhorse Brewing, 250 King Manor Drive in King of Prussia. It's the Fanatics Playoff Preview Special. Mike, Tyrone, Jen, Mark Jackson, Rich Hoffman, Keith Pompey, Bob Cooney, Anthony Gargano, Devon Givens, all in, talking Sixers playoffs. You can get complete details at 97.5thefanatic.com. It's all presented by our friends at the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board and 97.5 The Fanatic. It is going to be a great time tomorrow. And with a Phillies afternoon game, that's a good way to get there a little early.
You got to get there a little
early.
early.
Fight for position.
Yeah, I think they open at 1, so why not get there as they open and you watch the Phillies game?
Do you know what, and it's strange, Pat, that you used pillar to post. Coach would usually do this. Do you know what the term means, pillar to post? It doesn't mean what you think. I didn't know what it meant. It means, and it's something that it's strange in a Phillies conversation, it came up. It means you are moving people repeatedly from one place or position to another in a hurried or disorganized way, and you end up suffering as a result. So that means what the Phillies do by not putting people in their comfortable positions, like when you're asking Bryson Stott to go play third base when he's not comfortable there and he fields it like a butcher and he's a shortstop and he can play it well. This is the Phillies do this. This is what they do. They go and they mess this thing up.
I don't think I'd ever heard pillar to post before.
Really?
You never heard that?
No.
I remember reading it the first time I saw it. I read it in a I think it was a Stan Hochman column. So
that's
Pat,
really Stan.
A lot of people have said on the Stan Hochman of radio.
He said pillar to post and a smidge, all in like the time frame of a minute.
I think
Pat's aging right before our eyes.
Hey, Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. Schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. Again, Adam Schefter coming up at the bottom of the hour. Let's get to our listener-suggested segment of the day.
Here is the listener-suggested segment of the day.
Okay, listen to the rules specifically. That listener, Brian McKinnon, has sent in, because Jamie, you like to wiggle on these things. And
What do you
just
say,
not
Brian McKinnon?
Follow Brian McKinnon's rules. Brian works in King of Prussia, and Brian listens perfectly.
Then he needs to come to Workhorse on Wednesday, it sounds like. It's right there.
7:45 to 9 o'clock. Anyone, depending on the traffic, he's listening. So, Brian, thanks for listening. Here's the suggestion. When will you determine in your head that the 76ers versus the Raptors series is over? Example, if the Sixers go up 3-1 after 4 games, he says, I'll know they're going to win that series. They're not going to lose 3 in a row. What is it going to take for you to understand that the Sixers win or lose that series? Because most people don't wait till the end of a series to determine whether they think it's over. So Brian says, look at the Sixers-Raptors. When do you think you're going to know the outcome of the series? What do you see? And when you see it, you'll go, yep, I'm confident the Sixers have won the series.
It's interesting because if I'm watching a series, say the Sixers are up 3-1, like Brian has suggested, and they're 3 really, really tough games, I don't know. I could definitively say, oh, they got this. Now, it could be 3-1 where the Sixers won 3 games and looked really good doing it,
right.
and it just so happened you went to Toronto and they grabbed one. Then, yeah, I'd be more confident. But I really look at advantages in playoff series and how big it is for one team over the other, because that's what you're going to go to, and if you can consistently get it, that's where I feel good about a series.
And Brian's point was, would you feel good with because his point is, if the Sixers are up 3-1, I'm going to feel that it's good and it's over. And then Doc Rivers is our coach. And that was his point.
I don't know. 3-1, I would say it's over. But outside of that,
even with Doc's history.
Or 3-0 or 3-1, whatever. But last year scarred me deeply.
And last year wasn't a 3-1.
No, it was just you lost 3 games at home you should have never lost. 3-1, 3-0, I'll say it's over. But outside of that, I'm pretty uncomfortable.
3-1.
So even with Doc's history, Brian's saying, with Doc's history, Pat.
Yeah, honestly, even if it's 3-2. If they go, if they have 2 games to play, I'm good. Yeah. Because it's Toronto. I mean, it's the first round. They should end up winning the first round. Second round, not. I mean, I'm hurt. I'm in a dark place. But first round matchup, you're up 3-1. You need to close that game out. You should. There's no excuse. People lose their jobs if you don't.
And I think I'm dumb that I'm going to go right along with what Brian said. It's going to take the road team winning a game in the series for me to start to take notice as to I can make a decision. And if the Sixers go to Toronto, first of all, if the Sixers win their 2 home games, I'm going to put it this way. If they go up 2-0, I think they'll win the series. If they win their first 2 home games, I think they'll win. I don't think they'll lose 4 or 5.
I think they would if they won the first 2 home games, but I'd still be a little nervous.
You'd still be a little cautious.
Yeah, last year, it's a deep scar. I got to, I don't know. We'll get more into this as the week goes on, but this series scares the hell out of me. It really does. More than, I think it's going to be a struggle and they'll win, which is, how I want to feel, and I think a lot of people feel that way. This is a matchup nightmare. This is a good, athletic, fast team with a great outside shooter in Fred VanVleet, who I think was top 3 in the NBA, made threes. We know the Sixers don't guard threes well at all. This series just scares me.
Brian McKinnon, you did not make us feel any better about this series.
Yeah, right?
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. You didn't make us feel any better.
It didn't make me feel any worse.
Yeah, I don't feel worse.
Yeah.
I feel all right.
I sort of do, because I thought one of you was gonna spin it like
I got no bravado left in me.
How about this? I have the most optimistic view. I say win your 2 home games, the series is over.
Yeah, you do. I'd still be a little nervous.
I have the most optimistic. I do not believe the Sixers are losing 4 or 5.
I don't think they're going to win the first 2 home games. I think it's 1-1 headed up to Toronto. I'm just nervous about this series. I really don't like the way they match up with this Toronto team all that much.
Angst. That's going to be total angst.
Yeah, we'll dive deeper into it as the week goes on, obviously leading up to Saturday. But, I started doing some homework yesterday and continue today, really dive deep into it. I just don't. I mean, look, if you're going to put my hands to the coals, do the Sixers win the series? I'll say yeah. But this is going to be a dogfight.
Brian McKinnon, thanks a lot. Thanks a hell of a lot.
Well, if I had series odds and it went up back to Toronto 1-1, I might sell some of my tickets on PropSwap. It's the app that all gamblers should have in their tool belt. Visit PropSwap.com or download the free app. It's where America buys and sells sports bets.
Want to remind everybody that we have Adam Schefter coming up after the bottom of the hour. And starting next week, every hour on the John Kincade Show. So you're going to have 20 opportunities to win. And we're going to say thanks for listening. Every hour of our show next week, we will be giving away $50 gas cards. And we will be telling you thanks for listening. It's all being made possible by our friends at H&H Heating and Air Conditioning. The Hoke brothers, top-notch folks.
That reminds me of, what's her name? The girlfriend in Caddyshack. Thanks for nothing.
Yeah, thanks for nothing.
Thanks for nothing.
Well, we thank DelcoHVAC.com. That's the H&H Heating and Air Conditioning. Fast, friendly, local HVAC service. Visit DelcoHVAC.com. You may want to have them check out your system before you get into air conditioning. And then we found out this morning that Pat is a psychopath and has the air conditioning on already this year.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it's air conditioning season.
No, it is not.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It has not even been, what is the hottest day we've had this year? 70?
Maybe 72.
Have we hit 70?
We've hit 70.
Pat, what do you have the air conditioning at?
60.
What?
What are you, Dexter?
Yeah, 60.
How does your wife live?
No personal questions. Look,
Man.
look, I'm not looking to sleep with any of you guys, so that's fine with me. If you guys want to sit there and look at me with a cross-eyed look, don't hop in my bed.
Congrats on all your success.
It'd be
for
too
the
cold.
Ace
60
Yeah.
degrees.
Yeah.
You got bodies in the basement?
Okay, now wait a minute, though. So you make up for it by not paying heating bills. You make up for it in the summer by paying high electric bills.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I mean, your heating bill can't be anything. If you keep your house
Right
that
now?
cold.
No, my heat's off.
Now I'm saying my heat is at 60 right now.
We can survive in this weather.
Yeah, I mean, I have my heat at 60 in the house. Just I don't need it. I don't need to be.
I like it a little nippy.
I bet you
A
do.
little.
Well, that's why you like working with Jamie so much.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, HGTV's
Wow.
Build It Forward, in collaboration with Lowe's and 100 Hometowns, is going to select 5 local heroes for a surprise home renovation of their dreams. Saturday at 6 Eastern on HGTV and Discovery Plus. So I put it to all of you hearing that. Would you be willing to toss the keys to your home on one of those home improvement shows and say, here, we're redoing your house. Go. You guys go to like a vacation spot and they're renovating your home while you're not there.
Do I know their previous track record of home makeovers?
Yes. Yeah, you get that,
then
but
I would.
But these shows,
Like if it was Chip and Joanna, are you saying?
or whoever, yeah, like one of those shows now where they
Chip and Joanna would have some shiplap
everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I would do it.
So you really
And
would?
At no cost to
You
me?
really would?
Yeah. At
See,
no cost to me?
No, there's no cost to you.
Yes.
We
Are
have
you
a-
kidding?
We have a coworker that actually happened to.
Really?
They were on Trading Places. Is that what the show? was
Trading
called?
Places
Trading
is the brothers.
Spaces.
Trading Spaces. Yeah. And
whatever.
Okay.
Is that the
the,
brothers? The twins?
No,
that's not the
Love It or
Property
List It?
Brothers.
Property Brothers.
No, that's Property Brothers.
But they went through the Trading Places and they hated their kitchen.
I would absolutely never I would not want my house renovated. Not unless I was. Now, I do one of those shows where you bring in Chip and Joanna and they lay a plan out to you and you approve it. There ain't any way I'm letting someone in my house and I'm coming home. Here's the big reveal, and we decided everything for you.
I don't love my kitchen now, so
I'm gonna have like a purple.
can't do worse.
I'm gonna have a purple wall.
Nah, I don't think
they're
I'm
good
gonna
at that.
they're gonna go safe.
We watch that channel a lot in my
They
house.
my wife never turns it off.
Oh, so yeah, I would have total. I would hand him the keys in a heartbeat.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Heartbeat.
I thought Bob would be the least likely to do that.
Yeah, no, you're the least likely. You have
am
that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I would have put money on. There's no way John could have dealt with that.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, no way.
I'm not coming in and going, oh, wait till you see what we did with your house. No.
Yeah, you would have been pacing back and forth, wondering what they were doing.
First of all, they take a wall, and every piece of the wall has to be covered with something. They got to put plates on the wall. They can put too much. I don't want any.
You
of
could
it.
take that down.
Yeah, but still, I don't
That's
want it.
not
Then there's
hard.
holes in the wall. Then you got holes in the wall. You got trouble.
You patch
Hey, Adam Schefter joins us next. A special visit on a Tuesday. It's the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. Have you downloaded the BetParks app yet? Have you gone to betparks.com if you're in Pennsylvania or New Jersey and downloaded the app? It's absolutely awesome. You have so many interesting things to wager on tonight. And again, the NBA play-in games are tonight. Winner of the games advance and become the 7 seeds. In the early game, Brooklyn's an 8.5-point favorite over Cleveland. I actually think I like the Cleveland Cadavers, plus the points in that one. Minnesota, a 3.5-point home favorite over the Clippers. If I had to wager it, I think I'm going Minnesota's way, and I'm laying the points. And remember, the Phillies tonight favored by 1.5 runs over the Mets. You got to check it out. There's some great game combo bets. Like if you bet the Phillies to win and over 6.5 to be scored tonight, a $25 bet pays $51.25 if it hits. You're going to love it. Get a $750 risk-free bet. Go to betparks.com in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. Use the promo code Kincade. Get that risk-free wager. It's go time. You got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
I know that most people find his calm leadership to be a gentle, soothing beacon at a time of great social chaos.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. The Sixers are set to make a major run at a championship.
And 97.5 The Fanatic has you covered.
Are you kidding me? Join the Mike Missinelli Show tomorrow, live from Workhorse Brewing, 250 King Manor Drive in King of Prussia for 97.5 The Fanatic's playoff preview special. Mike, Tyrone, and Jen, along with special guests Mark Jackson, Rich Hoffman, Keith Pompey, and many more, will take an in-depth look at what could be a history-making season.
97.5 The Fanatic's playoff preview special. Live tomorrow from 2 till 6 at Workhorse Brewing in King of Prussia.
Get complete details at 975thefanatic.com.
Presented by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board.
And 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Verizon knows you need internet speeds you can rely on at a price you can trust. Switch to Verizon Fios, the 100% fiber optic network with upload speeds up to 25 times faster than cable and internet plans with no surprises. Enjoy gaming with ultra-low lag, streaming your favorite shows and movies, and video chatting to stay connected with your friends and family. All with no hidden fees and no expiring promo prices. Plans start at just $39.99 per month with AutoPay. That's right. Faster speed and reliability costs less than you think. No surprises, no caveats, just the 100% fiber optic network and 100% price transparency. That's Verizon Fios. Call 1-800-VERIZON to switch today. February 23rd, 2022 speed claim based on Fios gigabit connection max upload speeds of 880 megabits per second versus 35 megabits per second advertised upload speeds for Xfinity Gigabit, Spectrum Internet Gig, and Optimum 1 Gig plans. $15 per month router charge, $99 setup fee, and terms may apply.
Sure, any two slices of bread with something in the middle makes a sandwich. But what makes a Wawa hoagie a hoagie? Is it the roll? Perfectly crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside? The deli meats, premium quality piled high? The fresh, crisp veggies, sauces, aiolis, spices, oil, and vinegar? Or is it getting it made with fresh mozzarella just the way you like?
Yeah, it's all of that.
Now you can add fresh mozzarella to any hoagie. Gotta have a Wawa. Right now, Wawa Rewards members earn twice as fast on hoagies through May 8th. Whatever sip you savor, Wawa's got you covered with the new cold brewed iced teas and lemonades. Flavors like mango green tea, black tea lemonade, and dragon fruit lemonade. And you can upgrade your sipping experience by adding mango-flavored popping bubbles to any tea or lemonade, because everything's better with popping bubbles. No matter what you're in the mood for, there's a tea or lemonade for you. Maybe even one with mango-flavored popping bubbles. Refresh with the new cold brewed iced teas and lemonades at Wawa.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. Really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless. Now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Welcome to Allstate, where we bring it all together. And bundling your home and auto is good, right? And it saves you up to 25%. It all comes together. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today.
Bundled savings discounts will vary by state. Saving up to 25% is the countrywide average of savings off the home policy. Combining the multiple policy discount for having auto insurance with Allstate and the welcome discount savings at enrollment.
You're gearing up to get back out on the field. So you ordered ball game essentials, like a new glove, cleats, and a jumbo pack of sunflower seeds. And you used your Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, choosing to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards that you put toward the cost of an essential piece of your post-game recovery. A heating pad. Apply for yours at bankofamerica.com/more rewarding. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
O'Reilly. This is Sarah's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
Driving cross-country with 2 young children is ambitious, to say the least. Then our check engine light came on. We pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts and they tested it. Turned out it was a faulty sensor. They referred us to a great mechanic just down the street and we were back on the road in no time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Was it eating those hot wings again?
Or is there something serious going on with your digestive tract? If you find yourself running to the bathroom and can't figure out why, it's time to talk to your doctor. Virtua GI and Digestive Health provides comprehensive care for the entire digestive system at more than 20 locations throughout South Jersey. Don't ignore changes in bathroom habits or unexplained weight loss. These could be signs of a serious condition. To connect with a Virtua gastroenterologist, visit virtua.org/gut health.
Chloe here with Cross Country Mortgage. Against all odds, CCM has just closed the Garcia's dream home in 21 days. I was able to speak with their top loan officer before they went into the locker room, and he said it was a matter of dedication. Ultimately, they leaned on their experience as a team. They've been here before. They've done all types of loans. Simply put, CCM loan officers know how to close as a team for your dream home. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done. Back to you in the studio. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029, www.nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Equal housing opportunity.
The Philadelphia Flyers are bringing it to Broad this season.
Play down to Lindblom, right around, he scores! Oscar Lindblom won the race to the post!
Be there when the Philadelphia Flyers take on the New York Rangers on April 13th at Wells Fargo Center.
Hayes and Engel, shorthanded mid! He scores!
Get your tickets now, only at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com.
Let's face it. Real estate is broken. Commissions are outrageously high, service is poor, and there's been little to no innovation for the last 50 years. Until now. Let me tell you about Hauser. They're a disruptor brand, kind of like what Uber is for public transportation. They're bringing so many new things to market that truly benefit you, the customer. Flat fee listings that put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Salaried agents who are local experts that truly have your back. Sellers want to save thousands or get a guaranteed cash offer on your home? Hauser can do that. Buyers searching for your dream home or need to make a cash offer to compete? Use Hauser's cash to win the deal. Yes, you heard me right. Backed by game-changing technology and the best reviews in the industry, Hauser is your go-to company for buying and selling homes. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's HOUWZER.com. Put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Hauser.com.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, I'm a seasoned broadcaster, but I've also got a fine head of hair.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. We appreciate you hanging out with us as much as possible. Tell your family, tell your friends. By the way, Tim Sweeney, one of our fine listeners, sends along the money line wager. Pat, he bet the Phillies on the money line last night after the seventh inning. Plus 1550.
Wow, nice hit.
That's a good bet.
He placed 573 on it.
Still.
Yeah, you go. And you know what that paid him? $94.55.
That's
team,
great. This team, I feel like, is going to be one that you can do that a few times.
Good job, Sweens.
If it's sixth inning or so and they're trailing, you'll be able to hop on that live line and win.
Well, let's hop on a live line right now. Let's go to the Comcast Business Hotline, where every day in business is a big day. Let Comcast Business keep you ready for what's next. Adam Schefter joining us here on the John Kincade Show. Adam, obviously, just quickly and just to get it out of the way, because people just want to know, obviously, there was a lot of heat and a lot of fire coming your way. It appears you've handled it, but if you wanted to say anything on that Dwayne Haskins tweet, you may.
Yeah, John, appreciate you asking. Basically, the tweet was insensitive, mistake. It was definitely not my intent in any way, shape, or form. Wish I could have the tweet back. Can't. Did the best I could to address the issue. Basically, I'm sorry that it took away from the dialogue about Dwayne Haskins and who he was as a person, a husband, a friend, and more. And my bad. We learned from it. And my apologies to his family, friends, players in the National Football League.
Adam, we were all appalled here on the show because we've never ever said anything or tweeted anything that we regret. So we were shocked because we've all been in that position. And our boss Joe Bell brought up to us a thing. He says, when you do live radio, when you do live TV, when you have social media, you're bound to come across things in life that you go, damn, I wish I just said that just a little bit differently.
Yeah, well, and that's an example of it. And feel terrible about it, and
Well,
what are you going to say?
I think you said it very succinctly there. Now, what we would like for you to do, could you tell us that the Honey Badger's coming? Would you be able to do that for us, or could you? We're wondering because it appears Rodney McLeod's camp was waiting to hear that the Eagles were moving on before he was going to move on, and that tells me that something changed. He heard information, or the Eagles figured something out and said Rodney's not part of our plans. Could that be a big name, pickup like the Honey Badger?
Well, the fact that they've talked to him at all tells you that there's some level of interest. And he's found a very lukewarm market so far. Like, it has not been all that great. And I think he's coming off a year where he's still the Honey Badger. He's still a playmaker. He's still a guy you want on your team. He was beloved and well-respected in that locker room. I think when you talk to some people in the league, they feel like last year he didn't tackle as well for whatever reason. But that's a guy you want on your team every day of the week. And so I think he's got a point to prove. I think he wants to prove that. To me, he'd be an asset for a team to have. We'll see whether Philadelphia makes that move. I think what always happens here is that right before the draft, there are teams that always try to plug a couple of holes with some veterans who are still on the street. And there's some notable, significant free agents who are still out there. The Honey Badger, Stephon Gilmore right now, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry. I mean, there are some players who can help teams. And so I don't know when it's going to happen or who's going to do it, but these guys I would think are going to get opportunities here before much longer, and it wouldn't surprise me if it comes before the draft.
Shefty, speaking of the draft, when you hear names like we've all heard and read leading up to this draft, is there any that really stick out to you that have either jumped way higher than they were when the talks originated, or maybe have fallen a little bit more than when they were first predicted?
So I think when we come back to the draft, you always come back to quarterbacks, and I've always thought all along, I was having a conversation with Pete Thamel, the college football reporter for ESPN, and we were having this debate a couple months ago on my podcast, talking about the quarterbacks, and I told him that Malik Willis would be the first quarterback picked in this draft, and it would be higher than people thought. And he's like, Kenny Pickett will be first. I said, let's bet lunch.
Sure.
And we bet lunch on the first quarterback to be picked. And I just think, and I still think, that Malik Willis not only would be the first quarterback pick, but it's going to go higher than people think. I think he's a potential top 10, maybe even top 5 pick in the end. It would not shock me. There are people who think that the Detroit Lions are playing coy and that they wouldn't be surprised if they wound up going for a guy like Malik Willis. And I know some people say, well, that's early for Malik Willis. That's fine. That's a fair point. I'm not going to argue that, but here's what I would say is if there's a quarterback that you really like, whether that's Malik Willis or Kenny Pickett or Sam Howell or whoever it is, if there's a quarterback you like, when is it ever too early for him? Never.
No, there's no price too high for a great quarterback, Adam.
Yeah, that you believe in.
Yeah.
That's the guy you believe in. And I just think that Malik Willis, his intangibles are such that he'll go up higher on the board than I think people think.
Yeah, to me, that was going to kind of be one of my questions here. Usually when you sit back at the end of the first round and you kind of evaluate it, usually there's a big story, like somebody slipped further than you thought. Yeah. There was a run on quarterbacks earlier than you thought. What's going to be the story of this first round this year, do you think?
Well, it's always one of those surprising things, right? Like, I mean, every year there's some guy that we talk about, whether it's Jimmy Clausen or Daquan Bowers or whoever it may be, that is projected to be a high pick that all of a sudden is still on the board there later in the first round into the second round. It happens every year. I don't know who that's going to be this year. But inevitably there'll be some issue that surfaces, a medical issue, a character question. There's been videos that surface on draft day.
Yes.
People finding stuff on social media. I mean, all sorts of things. It's this incredible reality show that unfolds over 3 days and the 4 hours on Thursday night. And just think that that's one of the great parts about this is that there's so much drama and intrigue that you just never know how this is going to fall. I don't know who that guy is that's going to fall. I don't know who that guy is that's going to have a miraculous jump up. Too hard to say right now, but this is one of those drafts. Not a lot of quarterback talent, seemingly, according to the people around the league, and it's a lot of linemen, a lot of wide receivers. So, teams that are going wide receiver early, I think they're going to be pretty happy.
I am intrigued because I've got pretty good eyes and ears down in Athens, Georgia, from my time in Atlanta. And I've been told that the Philadelphia Eagles have been, if they're not the most visible team, having people around Athens looking at players, they are one of them. And to me, there's so many interesting things there. How important is it when Howie got connected to the Alabama staff and started to see their operation? How much does that actually work? The connections with college coaching staffs and everything. Does it become like a funnel, like a tunnel to the NFL, as I should say?
Well, first of all, to your first point there, John, I would venture to tell you, I know you say the Eagles are spending a lot of time there, but I would venture to tell you that every team is spending a lot of time around Athens, Georgia this year and digging in. And look, like every business, it becomes a relationship-based business. So you're leaning on people you know and trust and people you can believe in. There are certain people that I like to call before the draft every year just because I just know how they think. I know the quality and character and integrity that they have. And it's just always interesting to hear players that they like and players that they don't like, players that they've taken off their board, players that they think will rise up. And so, Howie's connections, I mean, all the connections of everyone in the front office. It's not just Howie.
Sure.
It's connections with every team. There are people that are tied into equipment people and people on staffs, all sorts of things like that. And so I think that you could study all the tape you want. Everybody is going to see something different when they're looking at a guy, but it still is a relationship business, and you're leaning on people you trust, and the Eagles have a lot of them.
Shefty, with Tyrann Mathieu still out there, and we were talking about what team's interest or why the lack of interest in him, not counting the money, where is he as a pro football player right now? I know that he's been to Pro Bowls 2 of the last 3 years, but what is the league's feeling of where he is right now as far as play?
Again, I still think he's viewed as a top playmaker. I think the one knock on him that's come up when I've spoken to people, again, is the tackling. But the guy is so respected and so, beloved and so appreciated. To me, he's going to be an asset for whoever signs the guy. The Chiefs made a decision where they felt like their money was better invested in Justin Reed. That's what they felt. And we're going to find out whether or not that's proven to be accurate. But somebody's going to sign the Honey Badger, and I guarantee he's going to be making plays, and he's going to help a team next year.
Adam, if you had to guess, are the Eagles more interested in spending their salary cap allotment left, or are they more interested in rolling it into next year and kind of gearing up for that season? And it's just a guess on your part.
Yeah. Well, I had not asked that question, but I think when teams have money put aside right now, it's usually with an eye on the future. Like, if you're asking, boy, they're saving this money for the Honey Badger or whoever, I don't think that's it. I think you're always thinking of the future and how to best maximize your dollars and salary cap space towards the future. I don't think that they're waiting to go on another spending spree here with veteran free agents who are still available. I just think that, it's a process that plays out over time. And, just like if any of us found a $20 bill in our wallet, you're going to put that money to the best use possible. And I think that that's probably the case with them, that they're probably saving that money for future events.
Okay, there are a lot of the draft in the last few years, I think and now we're seeing more trades, sees a lot of movement. Teams moving around. In the first round of this draft, are you expecting it to be a heavy movement draft? Like teams moving up, down, around, trades, or do you see a lot of teams staying right where they are and taking the best player that they think fits their needs from the position?
Well, let me say this. I'm sure there'll be some movement, but I would guess going in that we will not get as much movement as normal for a couple of reasons. Number one, the draft class lacks the type of quarterbacks that we believe most teams will be trading up for. So that right there is one limiting factor. The other limiting factor is that we've already seen, I believe, six first-round draft picks traded away. So there already have been a handful of moves that have been made where teams are moving around in the first round. So without a group of players to target to move up for, with there already having been moves, with this draft being deep at wide receiver, deep at lineman, you're not usually seeing a lot of teams give up future elite picks to move up to go take an offensive or defensive line. It just doesn't really happen very often. Not that they can't, but it's not commonplace. And so with all those factors, my guess is we will get fewer trades on draft day this year in the first round than normal. Now, look, maybe I'm going to be wrong, but I just think it sets up that way in advance, and we'll see how it plays out.
Jamie, you got one last one? Oh, good. There we go. Hey, Adam, we appreciate it. You know, we're giving away $50 gas cards every hour next week on the show, and I know you're on a tight budget right now. So, I mean, if you really feel like, you could win, you are eligible to win.
Who doesn't want a $50 gift card? I'm still pissed off I still haven't eaten my free lunch. Okay, so there you go.
All right, love you, Adam. We'll talk
Thanks,
to you soon,
Shefty.
buddy. There you go. Adam Schefter joined us on the Comcast Business Hotline.
I circled back on the Honey Badger stuff because
what do you
What do you read? All right,
exactly.
You speak Shefty.
That was it.
What did you take?
I didn't. I really didn't. I was waiting for him to kind of give a okay. There it is. The Eagles are going to grab him, but I didn't get it.
I think it was that he doesn't believe it's happening.
What I took away, because I kind of followed up on that question with the salary cap allotment and plans for it. He said if you have money this time of the year, you're probably planning on the future with it.
That's what I'm guessing.
But I do also think if the Honey Badger gets to a cheap enough point, they'll move.
Well, yeah.
You can kind of wait out the market and hope it decreases.
Yeah, you can.
If you're not dying to get the guy, you have that luxury of making him sweat.
I wonder too now whether the Eagles are also looking at it as we'll wait for draft night and see how things go, and then we'll find out what things look like, because maybe their draft plan, maybe Honey Badger is the fallback plan. That maybe if they feel that they don't get what they want in the draft, but
I would think he's signed before the draft. Just a guess. I'd find it weird for a guy like Honey Badger to be out there post draft.
Well, I don't know right now.
It could be, but I would just feel that to be weird, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't expect. I guess I wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, I wouldn't
but
either.
I could. No,
And same with the other guys, Odell and Landry.
Something's weird. Well,
something's going to happen here.
Odell's coming off a major injury, though.
Yeah, sure, but he looked rejuvenated when he was healthy in L.A. And ACL isn't what it used to be.
He did. So, hey, in Cooney's Corner, Bob says every mock draft has this in common. What is it?
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
So when it comes to the Eagles, and I do it every day, I'll grab a different mock draft, as I tell you guys all the time, and I'll look and boom, see what they got. What do they got? What do they got the Eagles doing down here? Jamie gives us his mock draft, and he's done it a couple of times now.
Twice, 3.0 tomorrow, Bob.
That's right, and who the Eagles are taking. I specifically look at this with the Eagles. Have we ever, or have we, how rarely have we looked at a mock draft, heard Jamie's stuff, and said, oh no, that's not good for the Eagles? It hardly ever happens.
Well, you mean?
I mean, everything that we lay out with the Eagles, whether it's Devin Lloyd, whether it's getting a corner, whether it's a safety or somebody dropping, or maybe you're taking a reach on here, there's just, to me, there's been nothing bad about what they're going to do with this 15th and 19th if they so choose to keep them.
Well, because they have so many holes.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's part of it is, but one of the things is that there have been players. There have been
rarely, though, right?
Yeah, rarely. Because
I was thinking of you, John. Somebody, I don't know if I brought up a mock or if Jamie mentioned a player and you said, I'm not down with that. It may have been the only time of all the times we've put someone. So it says two things. It says, one, yes, that the Eagles do have holes, but also, two, that what a deep draft this is.
Oh, no question.
And they're going to really, really help themselves with those two picks, whether they decide to use one of them and maybe a second rounder and move up into that top 10 or at 10 to try to get maybe a Sauce Gardner. I don't know, but there has rarely, like yesterday I looked up, and it was Devin Lloyd, and it was the London kid from USC.
Drake London.
And
some teams have him going top 5.
And it's weird
and
because
some of them have him going back in the first round.
It's all over the board.
But I looked at that and I was like, whoa, how that would be cool, a linebacker and a wide receiver?
Yes.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
There hasn't been a time, and I'll do it right after we do this. I'm going to look up just an innocuous mock draft. I'll look it up, and I guarantee I'll look at it and say, oh, that would be cool, too. There really has been no disappointment in these mock drafts when it comes to the
I just
Eagles.
did one last break where I got Andrew Booth and Devin Lloyd.
But
and I was
again-
like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But again, it's where we're also saying the Eagles have so many needs.
Yeah. It's not it's a bad/good thing.
That is yeah. But
It's a bad thing because you have so many holes, but it's a good thing you can address them.
Yeah,
I'm
because
so excited.
It's not a point where I'm saying, okay, I see. They need a linebacker. No, it's a case where you know all these names. Oh, Devin
loving
Lloyd,
it.
really?
Yes.
Well, that would be cool.
The Devin Lloyd thing, though, is the one that I keep hearing.
It's not going to happen.
And I say to myself, they're not drafting a linebacker.
No, it's not going to happen.
They're not drafting. Like, I really don't believe they're drafting a linebacker.
Maybe in round 2 or 3.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're taking one there.
No, I mean,
really
you don't have a starting corner, safety, and wide receiver, too, now. There's more pressing needs. And then, look, we can't rule out interior offensive linemen.
No, we cannot.
The
Because with
Jason
Eagles-
Kelsey retirement is going to be on their mind.
Sure. There you go.
It's been 3 years in a row now where it's like, is he, isn't he? They're going to have to address that soon. And I think they did with Dickerson, but, they love their big, beefy boys.
All right, here's the one real quick. I just looked up. All right, just grabbed one. Jordan Davis at number 15.
Win.
Yes.
Devin Lloyd at number 18. That's awesome.
They're never doing that.
I know, but still,
But I mean, it's
if that
been-
happened, your
Oh,
reaction
I'd be
would
loving
be
it. Yeah.
exactly.
I'd love it.
Yeah.
Jamie, you're suggesting that Doc Rivers needs to admit he made a mistake.
I think that's why he was so testy. I think
What do
he
you mean?
knows in the back of his mind he screwed up by not playing Paul Reed sooner.
So,
and I think he got pressed on it, and he came out swinging.
But you're asking him now to admit that he made a mistake? You think that's going to happen?
Yeah, by playing Paul Reed in the Toronto series. Like, I was wondering, he's been on edge with the reporters down there, and like Bob always says, maybe there's more to it with the relationships we don't know about. Maybe true. Or maybe he just is defensive because he knew he was wrong. And seeing Paul Reed in those final 2 games, he went, okay, yeah, he's better than DeAndre Jordan. So maybe he just he felt cornered with the question, knowing he was wrong, and he came out swinging. It could be as simple as that. I would just ask that you please acknowledge that mistake and change it going into this series.
Oh, so you're not saying...
I think he knows he was wrong.
Just do the right thing. He doesn't have to come out and say anything about it.
No, just do the right thing.
Because I doubt, hearing Doc Rivers the way he's been conducting himself, I doubt you're going to get him to admit it.
No. You're not going to get him to admit it. Just do the right thing.
Bob, you think he's devoted to that? It is a devotion to Paul Reed. I mean, excuse me, to DeAndre Jordan. That there's a loyalty factor with him that he feels like he has to.
I would hope not. I don't know. Look, loyalty is a good thing in certain ways, obviously. But when you get a guy in front of you and you watch him and you just say, ooh, not close to where he used to be, maybe I'm all about, and I've said this over and over, about the energetic second unit. I just think it has to be a burst of energy. You don't see really good second units come in, as I said, and be like a great defensive unit. That just isn't the way
Well, it's
of
not
it.
what you're usually looking for either.
No, not at all. So you need, and burst of energy is exactly right now what B-Ball Paul is. Look, you're going to lose some things, and I firmly believe what I said yesterday. I think James Harden has a big hand in this. As much as, and maybe even more than Doc Rivers.
When you're saying
I think that Doc Rivers has gone to James Harden and said, all right, when you're in there, when Joel's on the bench, who do you prefer? And he very well could say, oh, without a doubt, DeAndre Jordan. I can run pick and rolls with him. He knows how to pick for me when I'm coming to my left side or my right side. He knows exactly where I want to be, where I want him to go. I don't have that with B-Ball Paul right now. And maybe, boom, maybe it's that simple. I don't know.
Well, we will. I got a few more questions about the Sixers as they head into things, and we also have a revealing mock that would absolutely make me need to have a cold shower. So we'll have some of those things coming your way coming up in the next half hour. So we need you to stick around with us. I want to remind you, get that new BetParks app. Odds, bets, slots in one place. Get a risk-free bet up to $750. You can do that with us, and I think you'll have a really, really good time. Go to BetParks if you're in Pennsylvania or New Jersey. We got a lot more. Final hour of the show. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Steven Singer Jewelers wants to help you out with a great gift for mom. It is the brand new, and I'm talking brand new, creamsicle gold-dipped rose. A lot of times, Mom, back in your youth, would bring you out that sweet treat into the backyard, and you'd be like, Mom, we love you. Well, this will bring back that kind of memory. And I want you to think about Mom with this fantastic gift from Steven Singer Jewelers. It's a beautiful, real rose, dipped and trimmed, pure 24-karat gold, light peach petals. You will absolutely love it. Don't get flowers that die in a week. Get a great gift from Steven Singer Jewelers that she's going to cherish forever. Go check out the creamsicle 24-karat gold rose and all the other roses in the collection. And by the way, if you're looking for a pair of earrings, you're looking for a necklace or something, Steven Singer's got it all. But Mother's Day's right around the corner, and you can get this done with free shipping, free personalized love note, and a free lifetime guarantee. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com today. Get this thing done now. Don't be rushing to do it the week before. Don't wait. They're always going to sell out. And this newest color, well, it's the next one in the collection. So go check it out. The entire collection starts at just $59 a piece. So they're only available at my friend Steven Singer's place. He's not that bad, really. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com.
The John Kincade Show.
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey, it's Jen Scordo in the NBA play-in tournament. There are no sure things except one. Bet at least $20 in same-game parlays on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge and get an instant bonus win or lose. Enjoy the NBA's best and get FanDuel's all customers a bonus. And the more you bet, the bigger your bonus. Now, we all know that team up in Brooklyn is probably going to make it into the play-in. So look at Kyrie. Of course, look at KD. Those are the best players on that team. Make your bets based on them. FanDuel is an official partner of the NBA. Their app is safe and easy to use, and you'll get your winnings super fast. If you're new to FanDuel, sign up today with promo code SCORDO to make every moment more. That's promo code SCORDO to be part of the NBA play-in tournament. Bet at least $20 in a same-game parlay and get an instant bonus win or lose.
21 plus and President PA. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 7 days. Max bonus $100. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If you're a small business, there are lots of choices when it comes to your internet and technology needs. But when you choose Comcast Business Internet, you choose the largest, fastest, reliable network. You choose advanced security for total peace of mind. And you choose fiber solutions with speeds up to 10 gigs available to more small businesses than any other provider. That's virtually everywhere we serve. The choice is clear. Get unbeatable business solutions from the most innovative company. Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Get started with powerful and reliable internet and voice solutions from Comcast Business for $35 each a month for 24 months with a 2-year agreement when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Offer ends 5/15/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice line customers only. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Most innovative based on American Business 2021 Gold Stevie Award. Call for details.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The minute you step behind the wheel of an all-new Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, you'll know it was made to make a statement, because it's a beast. Equipped with a 437-horsepower I-Force Max hybrid engine made for making power moves. Plus, available cockpit red interior with a technical camo pattern made to deliver a red carpet-like experience. Not to mention an in-grill LED light bar made to make you stand out from the crowd. The all-new Tundra TRD Pro, made to make a statement. Toyota, let's go places.
Circle up, team. We've got status.
Evelyn's marketing consultancy client roster is skyrocketing.
Okay, so this week is a biggie. We've got the pitch and 3 client meetings.
She needs another analyst before her team's free time plummets.
Who's running the competitive analysis on fruit snacks?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, America's #1 brakes destination. We have the pads, rotors, drums, shoes, and brake fluids to improve your stopping power. Right now, save 15% when you get any 2 Duralast rotors with a set of Duralast brake pads. Missing a tool? Ask about our free Loan-A-Tool program and borrow the tools you need to get the job done.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the MPD Group 2021. Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We all reach tipping points in life. The weight of a low-paying job, unpaid bills, a new family. You can't keep going. That's where My Computer Career can help. In just months, not years, they can help you start a new life as an IT pro, even with no prior experience. Impossible? You learn online from home, and My Computer Career offers lifetime career services to help you find jobs with companies begging for IT pros. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Hey there, casino fans. I'm here to let you know that the new BetRivers.com casino app is here. It's got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play, fast payouts, and a rewards program you'll love. Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops. So get ready, casino lovers, to experience the BetRivers.com difference you can trust. It's a whole new game. Download it today.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What were your heating bills like all winter? Oh, really? That high? Yeah, I understand. You see, you don't have good windows. And I've been telling you about it over and over again, so I'm not as sympathetic as I probably should be. But I'm looking ahead for you right now and thinking, do you want to pay gigantic air conditioning bills all summer long? The same windows that were the culprit in the winter are going to be the culprit in the summer. And if you say to me, well, I've got strange-sized windows, different colors, I'm not sure that you got what I need, Window Nation does. Do your window shopping online at windownation.com. And during their spring break sale, it's an amazing deal for you. You buy 2, you get 2 free. So you need 20 windows for your house, you're only paying for 10. You pay nothing, too, for 2 full years. I'm not kidding you. You're not putting $1 down. There's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 full years. These are spectacular windows. They've installed over 1 million of them. And with an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, you know you can trust them. So if you've been thinking it's the time to get new windows, yeah, the air conditioning is going to be coming on soon. Check out Window Nation. Go to windownation.com and do your window shopping. Then call them at 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION.
WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. Home of 76ers basketball and Flyers hockey.
Plug in.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
The Sixers and their fan base hang out here every morning on the John Kincade Show.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on the Fanatic, our 9 o'clock hour. Coming your way thanks to the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. You can get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's, and for details, go to Bagster.com. Now, what did Ed Rendell's son just tweet out?
Jesse.
Jamie, I mean, seriously.
Buddy of mine.
Hey, Jesse.
He writes a tweet that says, I do not recommend driving through North Philadelphia with an open coffee lid, or without a coffee lid.
Okay,
so I'm thinking he just has like a Wawa cup or something without the lid on. And then he tweets the picture. He's got 2 coffee mugs in his car.
Okay, that's just...
Jesse.
What are you doing?
What are you doing, man? You can't drive around with coffee mugs. That's psycho behavior.
I mean, you driving with a coffee mug in your car?
I've seen my wife do this.
What?
But with like food, and then she leaves the spoon and mug in the car. You can't do it with coffee.
Well,
are you new to Philadelphia roads? There's potholes everywhere.
To me, it's ridiculous.
We got to get him a thermos.
To me, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think we got to get him a Fanatic
I got
thermos.
one of these. I mean, right here. I've got him every size. I've got every size, every team,
Yeah.
Seriously.
Come on, Jesse, get a mug, man.
Jesse's not hard up for cash either, from what I've heard.
Jesse's fine.
I've not made the acquaintance.
We'll have to.
But I hear he's not hard up for cash, so I mean.
I think he can afford a thermos.
He was in a band that I liked back in the day.
He was?
Yeah. He was in like a punk rock band.
Yeah, he was. He
really?
Was surfer punk rock.
Don't Look Down.
Don't Look Down?
Yeah, that was their name.
Really?
Yeah.
They made a movie. Oh, no, that was Don't Look Up.
That was Don't Look Up.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see yourself out, Bob. Why don't you leave the mic on again, bud?
I know.
Pat's,
I don't know
and
why I
Pat's
keep doing that. I
required to. Look up.
Yeah, you're getting bad there, Bob.
Wow.
Look up, speak up, Bob.
Wow. John, that was not nice. I got your back, Pat.
I ask you a simple question. Does Joel Embiid make his surrounding cast better? And can this be part of why others don't buy into our Embiid MVP discussions and mania? Does Jokic make his supporting cast better? Does Giannis make his supporting cast better? Do they make their supporting casts better than Joel makes his?
It's an interesting question, and I'm not going to lie and say I haven't brought it up among friends to talk about
when you're talking MVP.
Yeah. Look, individually, MVP, I have no problem voting for him this year. And as I stated the other day, I really have no problem for people that vote Jokic also. I just don't. The Joel Embiid thing, I'll put it this way, John. Of Giannis and Jokic and Embiid, who do you think is the hardest to play with?
Embiid. And I don't think it's a question. I don't even think that's a discussion point. Of those three players, he's the hardest to play with.
Because of the way the NBA is now, and these kids all coming up that are in the NBA, they've never played with a center.
Correct.
Of the likes of a Joel Embiid, where he is a dominant inside guy, center-driven, where that is. And
but is he an inside guy?
Well, he's a dominant 7-2 guy that's not the likes of a Jokic or a Giannis, where
But he doesn't play down low.
He has more this year, and I think he leads the league in baskets around the rim and stuff like that.
That's only because nobody does.
Yeah, but he's not in the same mold of outside guy like a Giannis, even though Giannis isn't a great shooter. And he's not that dribble drive guy like Giannis is consistently. And Jokic has the passing abilities and all the things that he does. I wonder, and I've wondered this before you brought it up, is he a harder player to coach other players with? I think maybe that's the question.
I think it depends on what teammate you're talking about. I mean, go talk to a J.J. Redick or a Seth Curry, and they'll probably tell you that, yeah, Joel made me better. If you're talking to, that three, like Danny Green.
You're talking all secondary guys, though. You know what I mean?
What are we talking about?
Like Tobias Harris.
Does he make Tobias better?
I James Harden.
Yeah, but
I don't know. It's a question. I'm not.
I mean, James Harden, I don't really lump into that conversation. I lump into that conversation making guys better, making the secondary pieces better. Like a star is a star.
Good point.
I look at then Shake, Tyrese, Seth, those types of guys. Is a high tide rising all boats? And I think it depends on the player when you talk about Embiid specifically, because I do think he gets guys a lot of open looks. And when he learned how to pass out of double and triple teams these past 2 years, better than he had in his career, yeah, I do think he makes teammates better.
Who can put the ball on the floor and...
Well, that's because they don't have athletes.
And think about things with it, too. I mean,
we've talked about it.
Joel can't put the ball on the floor.
They don't have one above-the-rim player on the entire team. Not one. Do you know how hard that is to do in today's NBA? So I can't put that on Joel not making his teammates better because I think he gets guys open shots.
Okay. I agree. I mean, when you're double and triple teamed, how do you not make your teammates better?
Yeah, I think it's that simple.
And it's a chicken or egg type of thing because we could sit here and go, well, he made Tyrese Maxey better.
We're trying to figure out.
I would argue that Tyrese Maxey's work ethic though made him better, but I do think that playing with a guy like Joel Embiid helps that. If you put Willie Cauley-Stein in the center position, I don't think Tyrese Maxey has as much success as he does this season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for reasons why it appears that it's going to be overwhelming that he doesn't win the MVP.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
it's
some
not
ballots
even gonna
came
be-
out. Some came out yesterday. By the way, it's a joke that the Ringer has 3 votes. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the thing. Look, Joel Embiid. There's nobody I'd rather watch on a night in, night out basis than Joel Embiid. There really isn't. There's not a player in the NBA that I would rather see night in and night out on the team that I care for than Joel Embiid, and that's the God's honest truth. I do. Because that's our job. You look at it and you say, is it hard to coach other players around with him? Because it's such an anomaly to have someone like him. And it's a legitimate question, and it's one that we've gone back and forth with an awful lot. That being said, I never would not want him on my team. I'd love to have that problem.
On NBA Live, by the way, the NBA Today or whatever it was that Giannis, Jokic, Embiid in making players better around them. Giannis won.
I would have thought Jokic would have won that.
Jokic second, Embiid third.
I mean,
and it was tight. Joel was clearly third. Joel was clearly the third choice. He wasn't in the discussion.
Well, you're comparing it to 2 other greats. If you're third in that race, that's fine with me. You know, like I used to listen to the JJ Redick podcast frequently. Really? And he used to talk about his time in the dribble high handoffs with Joel Embiid as the best and most fun times of his career.
Yeah.
And when a guy that's been around the league and been on, 7 or 8 different teams and has played in the league 15, 16 years says that,
yeah, because
that carries weight. You know, like he's a guy that's on the court, so I value his opinion more than maybe some.
And he's been around.
Yeah, some desk guy on NBA TV saying, well, Giannis, okay, JJ Redick's played with a lot of guys. He knows who makes them better and who makes them worse. And Joel, he credits with making them better.
Hey, Staples stores are a new world of possible. They got innovative tools for small business and remote workers and learners. You can explore more at your local Staples store or visit staplesconnect.com. And once again, you're joining the Mike Missinelli Show tomorrow, live from Workhorse Brewing, 250 King Manor Drive, King of Prussia. It's the Fanatics Playoff Preview Special. Mike, Tyrone, and Jen will be there with a bunch of special guests, roundtable, including our own Bob Cooney, Anthony Gargano, Devon Gibbons, Mark Jackson, Rich Hoffman, Keith Pompey. It's going to be a look at the Sixers playoff run coming up, and you can get complete details at 97.5thefanatic.com. And it's all being presented by the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board, and you're going to want to be out there for that. That is a great, great time. Plus, you have an afternoon Phillies game that starts at 1:05. So, Bob, little pregame beer, little
West Coast IPA.
There you go.
Trust me.
Okay. Do they have TVs there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, great TVs.
All right. And
What about
Jersey breweries, there's
because
you don't-
Jersey's weird.
Now, did you say food trucks?
Yeah, they do the food trucks. A lot of breweries now, that's like their workaround
I
of
know.
getting
Yeah.
a kitchen. They just
But there
bring,
is food trucks that will probably
usually,
be there, too?
knowing Dan, he's a sharp man. I bet he'll have.
They have a
food truck.
menu on their website.
They have a menu,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe the weekends they do food trucks.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I love that with breweries. Get a food truck coming
I
in
love
every
it.
other day, new menu. Let's
Hey,
go.
hey, you may not always need a new water heater, but when you do, choose Bradford White. My new neighborhood is doing, they're going to do a monthly food truck night.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
Food truck night just come.
They
and
used
you
to
go
have one
down
in the
and-
city called, it got shut down during the pandemic, where they would travel around the neighborhoods. Now I'm blanking on the name of it.
Not a dirty vegan.
No, but they would shut down like Fairmount Ave, and then they'd be like 25, 30 food city eats, or I forget the hell the name of it, but it was awesome. And you'd have all the neighborhoods coming out and walking around, getting food trucks. It's great. Food trucks are awesome.
I think be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Absolutely. Can't wait.
Right around the corner. So don't miss it tomorrow. You're going to want to be a part of that. I am sorry that I'm going to miss that. I'll be flying back. I'll be flying back here. So doing the 24-hour.
Well, then you can
round trip
do
thing.
your first food truck with the full fam when they're all up here.
Oh, yeah. Well, the
Not
thing is,
far
it's
away.
the food truck thing's very, very popular in Atlanta everywhere.
It's
a very big thing.
great.
And they bring it to the parks. They literally will set up, 5 or 6 in every park. And people are out there.
I miss my halal cart. In an old city I used to go to, like $4.99, best lunch in town. Under $5. It was great. The halal carts.
I'm not doing
great.
the halal.
Oh,
Pat,
yeah.
you doing that at Temple?
Absolutely not.
You know, in your years at Temple, Pat, did you do that?
My years of walking around the campus, I never did once.
You did.
I never once did that.
Never
Yeah.
did do that. There's some food I'm not doing off a truck.
Yeah.
There's some food I'll do off a truck.
I have no interest in halal. It has nothing to do with the truck.
That's what I mean. I don't have any interest in halal.
Oh, it's delicious.
Not doing that either. Have you tried a cava yet, Pat, by the way?
No. There's not one near me.
Okay, you got to try. When you see one, promise me you'll pull in.
Yeah.
I think you'll enjoy it. Hey, in the linchpin, Jamie says, why don't you learn something?
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, I saw a tweet yesterday. Amy Fadul had it, but I think it was after Seth Davis originally put it out. I'm not sure the order there, whatever. But it kind of fascinated me. There's only 2 players in the entire NBA this season that started every game for their team. Any guesses?
I saw that. 5 altogether that played the whole season. Only 2 started every game.
I have no idea.
Well, it's funny. Was Jalen Brunson one?
No, he was not, but he was close. It was Mikal Bridges and Sadiq Bey.
Are you kidding me?
Really?
Both Villanova guys.
Okay, that's an.
And Jalen Brunson, I didn't look up his numbers but he's probably close. He probably played in every game. That's not a coincidence.
Okay. That they didn't that they didn't twist an ankle. They didn't.
Or maybe they played through pain. You know, that's not a coincidence that only 2 guys in the entire league started every single game, and they're both Villanova kids, and they're both Jay Wright guys. I don't think that's a coincidence. It could be.
I can't give you that one. I mean,
think it's a coincidence. I
think it's a complete coincidence. You got
That's
lucky.
an unlikely coincidence.
You got lucky that you didn't turn an ankle.
Yeah, you weren't injured.
You didn't get COVID. You didn't get.
Or they're just playing through pain.
Jalen Brunson played 79 games of 82 this year.
I don't know. That's not a coincidence to me.
Well, I think it's a complete coincidence.
I think Villanova kids are great to have in your locker room.
Well, I mean, I can't argue with the talent on any one of the 3 gentlemen you mentioned, and they would be an asset to any organization, and I'll give you that. The injury thing, though, I can't be the
coincidence?
I would just say draft Villanova kids because it seems like they are underestimated coming into the NBA, and then they prove that they're not.
And I think that's all part of the mentality that makes them what they are. Like, I think they know they have to work harder and play through things maybe some other superstars wouldn't. And grind it out. Like, I maybe it's a coincidence. It very well could be. I don't think it is. I think Sadiq Bey, Mikal Bridges, and Jalen Brunson have a mindset of, I'm going to play every freaking minute I'm able to.
That would be refreshing.
I think that's what Jay targets.
Well, I think then the Sixers organization wouldn't have interest in them because the Sixers organization is one that says, got to give guys more rest.
I think that's
incredibly
impressive.
I know. I applaud.
And great in the COVID era. Yeah, there's a.
I'm going to give them applause. I'll applaud them.
I don't think it's coincidence.
I think anything with injury is coincidence. It's like, I mean,
yeah, but superstars take games off.
I don't consider any one of them superstars.
No, they're not.
None of them are.
But okay.
This organization, you don't even have to be a superstar to take games off.
Well, there's only 2 in the league, and they're both Villanova kids.
There you go.
Call it whatever you want. I don't think it's a fluke.
Well, we do.
Luke.
I
think it's a coincidence.
It's a coincidence. It's a coincidence. But the thing is, your point about Villanova players is not.
Yes, but the coincidence has to do with who they are.
I don't think that it's a matter of, like, they didn't get COVID because they went to Villanova.
Yeah, but guys that don't get hurt don't start every game of the year.
No, I got you. And
these kids make it a point.
And also their coaches, if any one of them had played for the Sixers, they would have had games off.
No, that's not true.
Yes, they would have.
No.
Doc would have absolutely said, we got to get him rest because that's what this organization does.
I don't think they only do that with Joel Embiid, and James Harden has a hamstring issue. Who else sits?
Don't they do it with everybody else?
Tobias Harris doesn't sit.
How many games did people play for the Sixers?
Who are you talking about?
Not the Sixers.
Outside of the Big Two, who sits?
How many played every game?
Outside of the Big Two, who sits on this team?
How many played every game?
I'd have to go through and look at it. Obviously, nobody started all 82.
I don't even think anyone got to 79.
It's overblown how much he sits, guys. Joel this year sat, 3 games, 4 games?
I don't even think it got to
non-COVID
more that.
Yeah, non-COVID wise.
I think he lost 8 to COVID. Pat, do you remember?
It was 9 to COVID.
He lost 9 to COVID, and then he went on and played, I want to say, 45 out of the last 47.
Did he miss 7? I thought he missed 17. Am I wrong?
Let me see.
I might be wrong on that.
We can see. Games played. Joel Embiid, 68 games played. That's minus 14.
14.
And 9 was COVID.
He missed 14, and 9 was COVID. Yeah, but how many other Sixers? What's the highest played games for the Sixers? 78?
Maxey 75.
75 for
Tobias
Max?
Harris
They told
73.
him to go home and rest.
Matisse Thybulle 66.
I mean,
George Niang 76.
Yeah, but I don't think
they
these
rest
are
guys
just,
all the time. the
I don't.
Sixers.
I think that's overblown.
Well, if they came here, they're going to rest everybody. They rest everybody, this organization.
I
just think probably injuries and COVID.
Yeah.
Like
Harden
Seth Curry never sat outside COVID.
Who was COVID other than who was COVID
Tobias
this year?
had it.
Tobias,
Shake had
Tobias,
it.
Shake, and Joel, right?
Joel, and I want to say, did Danny have it earlier in the
Did
year?
Maxey have it?
No,
Maxey never
No,
had
I don't
it.
think Maxey
didn't have it.
did.
Hey, real estate developer, Spring Garden Lending specializes in bridge and permanent loans that help you acquire, rehab, construct, and refinance investment properties. Spring Garden Lending is faster than a bank and less expensive than hard money lenders. If you have a comment on Alec Boehm's commentary from last night, where he said, I effing hate this place.
I do too.
Here is what Alec Boehm had to say afterwards to try to clarify the situation.
Look, emotions got the best of me. You know, I said it. And do I mean it? No. It's a frustrating night for me, obviously. You know, made a few mistakes in the field. And look, these people, these fans, they just want to win. And, I mean, you heard it. We come back. They're great. And yes, I'm sorry for them. You know, I don't mean that. And emotions just got the best of me.
So you actually love this place?
Yeah. You know what? I do. Yeah.
I'm a bigger fan of Alec Boehm than I was last night when I was screaming at my television saying, what the hell are you doing? But I admire the young man. I absolutely admire the fact that he says something. And he could easily have said, no, I didn't say that. Seriously, I didn't say that. I just move on.
I would have done that.
I
will throw my hand up and say I would have lied my ass off and said, "Oh no, I didn't say that. I said plays."
I admire Alec Boehm very much for standing up there, owning it, and I believe he was completely sincere. I don't believe he was completely sincere on the last answer, though. So you love it here? I don't know about that. But because if you love it a place, I doubt those words would come out of your mouth. But Alec Boehm's got my full.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why we're a hard fan base to figure out. If you make a mistake, own it and move on. Like, we're not going to be hung up on these comments for the full year now.
I think he's going to get a big.
He handled it perfectly.
I think he's going to get a big cheer tonight.
If he continues to rake at the plate the way he is, no one's really going to care.
Well, he's not suited for the field. I mean, so the more and more you trot him out there, the more you're probably setting him up for failure and a tough time.
Yeah, but how mad can we honestly get? We knew their defense was going to be bad, and
yeah, but no, he's the worst third baseman I've ever put eyes on.
I understand it, but like
this is a new level. Of
last
bad.
night was probably a carbon copy of how we all expected the season to go. Their defense cost them runs. Their bats.
I didn't expect 3 errors in 3 innings.
That's the worst. He honestly. I'm trying to think of an infielder, and I'm not trying to be hyperbole here. I don't know that I've never seen anybody worse.
I mean, Chuck Knobloch went through the yips.
Yeah, but Chuck Knobloch
was a really good fielder before that.
But he had been excellent.
They went through the yips.
He's not having yips.
I know. I'm not defending his defense. What I'm saying is we expected their defense to be bad. He's a huge part of it. It was bad.
I never expected
it was worse than bad.
Pat, I never expected any player on the team to get 3 errors in one game ever. I never expected.
Really?
No, the major league record is 4.
You've been banging the drum of how bad he is defensively. How did you not see this coming?
I thought not 3 in one game.
This is worse than bad.
Pat, to get 3 errors in one game, I'm seeing here ESPN stats and information. This is something that happens like usually twice in a calendar year for Major League Baseball that a guy gets 3 in a game.
I effing hate this place.
So I'm just saying. I mean, but that's what it is. Is that this doesn't happen often in baseball that a guy gets 3 in one game.
Just because we expected bad doesn't justify the bad.
No,
it's worse than
about that.
It's worse than the bad we expected.
I wasn't.
If you told me that Alec Boehm was going to play 10 games, his first 10 games in the field this year, he was going to have 6 errors, I would have been
surprised.
I would have been like,
I'm just not looking at the grand scheme of things. I'm not. I guess
him and Stott.
I'm not as upset.
Him and Stott at third base.
He affected Ranger last night.
It does help though that I'm not as upset because they won.
Connor and I were talking.
That helps.
Connor and I were talking between the break about. So what do you do with them now? I kind of made the statement of I don't know, maybe you throw them out there because let them get over it, let them get through it or whatever. Or said, or maybe you send him down to the minors because if you do take him out of the field, how much is he going to actually play? And Connor said, yeah, you can't do that and Pat just said, because he's raking the ball. He's 3 for 3. Let's not get carried away.
He's gotten on base the other 3 times.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know he's walked a couple of times, too.
No, but he's 6 for 6 getting on base.
Led them to the rally.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. But I like going 3 for 3. I don't know if we can say, you can't take him out of the lineup. He's 3 for 3.
Here's what I would do if I was Joe Girardi. He's starting at third tonight.
I think I'd do that, too.
And I would have Bryson Stott starting at shortstop so you can let the guy actually play his position. But
then you're gonna start yo-yoing them.
Because both of them look like they're fielding grenades at third base. They're both not third base.
I don't want Bryson Stott playing short third. I want him locking into a position and playing it.
I read something yesterday by Dave Zingaro, and I needed a cold shower afterwards. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic.
BetMGM wants you to bet with them, and they want you to see why they're the king of sportsbooks. So they offer new customers great offers like this one. We have NHL action tonight. You can hear it right here on The Fanatic, and you can bet at BetMGM. You can win money, and how about this? A guaranteed $200 in free bets. Yes, I said guaranteed because you have to listen to this. So what you do is you sign on to BetMGM.com or you download the BetMGM app, and when you register and they ask you for a bonus code, you type in Pat Egan 200. You place a $10 moneyline wager on any NHL game. Doesn't matter what game, any game will do, and if either team scores a goal, you'll win $200 in free bets. NHL games cannot end in ties, which means that you're basically guaranteed $200 in free bets because one of the two teams has to score. That's why I say it's a guaranteed $200. Take it. Sign up with the King and start to pop around. You'll see that you have so many options with the King of Sportsbooks. You have the boosted odds specials, the parlay selection features, and you have BetMGM rewards. You can earn points with every single wager that you can redeem for online bonuses, or you can convert them to comps for rooms and restaurants at one of the MGM resorts nationwide. This is why they call BetMGM the king of sportsbooks. Download the app today, go to the website, betmgm.com, and when you register, don't forget, Pat Egan 200 is your bonus code. You put $10 on the money line of any NHL game, and when the puck goes in the net, you just won $200 in free bets. Visit betmgm.com for terms and conditions. 21 years of age or older to wager in New Jersey, Pennsylvania only. New customer offer. All promotions subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Words issued and non-adult free bets to site credit for bets expired in 7 days of issuance. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
Say it. I'll say it. Loser, putz, dork, doof, dink, schmo, dingus, goober.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Maxey at midcourt, steals the ball. He has it with Tobias in front, and Harris jams it.
The Sixers start the 2022 NBA playoffs this Saturday at 6 versus the Raptors. It's round 1, game 1. Hear all the action right here on your home for 76ers playoff basketball. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Sixers basketball is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
Hey, are you tired of dealing with your old drafty windows and doors? Well, it's time you go Guida. Yes, my good friends at Guida Door and Window. They're going to help make your window and door replacement project more affordable with their buy one, get one half off sale. That's right. For every door or window you buy, you'll get the second one at 50% off, and you can mix and match these savings to suit your own needs. Buy an entry door, get half off a storm door. Buy a patio door, get 50% off a window. Need to replace all the windows and doors in your house? Then you'll save 50% on half of your project. It's simple. The more you need, the more you save. Plus, Guida will make it easy for you to afford your project with no money down, interest-free financing for up to 18 months. Act now. This offer is for a limited time. Restrictions apply. For details, call Guida today. Schedule a free no-obligation in-home estimate. The number's 1-877-GO-GUIDA. Or check them out online at GoGuida.com. That's go, G-U-I-D-A.
Hey, it's Andrew. If you need a roof, call New Look Home Design. Just look at their website and you'll know why. They have a team of people who will help you through the process and make shopping for a new roof easy. And they offer everything to give you peace of mind. Totally opposite of what you might expect from smaller contractors. New Look Home Design offers same-day virtual and in-person estimates, line-by-line pricing, so there's no hidden fees, 3D rendering of what your new roof would look like, so there are no surprises. And in my opinion, best of all, a solid warranty. So if you need a new roof, call New Look Home Design now through April 30th. When you buy a new roof, you can pay half later and the other half never. Save 50% on roofing materials and qualify for interest-free financing. Call them today at 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. Online at newlookhomedesign.com. That's NULookHomedesign.com. Tell them Andrew sent you.
I'm Pablo Torre, host of ESPN Daily, where every morning we present the best sports story of the day. And ESPN Daily Daily is presented by Supercuts. Supercuts is the perfect way to get a haircut if you're someone who doesn't have time for a haircut. You just check in on the Supercuts app or you walk in for a quality cut. The highly trained stylists at Supercuts can always give you that fresh cut feeling fast. And it's not just any haircut, it's Supercuts. Check in now on the Supercuts app or on supercuts.com.
The sound of you doing is music to our ears. Order on the Home Depot app and get convenient delivery, so you don't have to stop doing when you need something. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
Hi, my name is Takia, and a little thing that I love about the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is when I take a bite, it's the perfect blend from the bacon to the cheese. It's perfection.
Hey, I'm Couture, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is it kind of melts in your mouth, so you know it's creamy, cheesy, and delicious. This gooey mac makes me cheese every time.
Order dinner delivered on the Chick-fil-A app today. Delivery fee and other restrictions apply. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Get help managing your money for the life and years ahead. With Fidelity Income Planning, we'll look at what you've saved, what you'll need, and build a straightforward plan to generate income, even when you're not working. A plan that gives you the chance to grow your savings and create cash flow that lasts. Plus, you can start, stop, or adjust your plan at any time without the unnecessary fees. Talk to us today so we can help you go from saving to living. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE SIPC.
Get back on the court this summer with Junior 76ers Camp, presented by Rothman Orthopedics and powered by ESF Camp. Boys and girls ages 6 to 17 can attend day or academy overnight camp to learn the fundamentals and how to play like the pros. After a safe and fun summer 21, each session will have health and safety guidelines to ensure another safe summer. Secure your spot at the #1 camp today. Visit junior76erscamps.com or call 610-668-7676.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
High-efficiency equipment for lower bills, special financing, and rebates on qualifying systems.
What?
Oh, I'm trying to memorize something I heard on the radio. Peace of mind warranties.
Why?
Because our AC is on its last leg, and I need to convince you to call a Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning contractor.
No, you don't. I heard the same ad, and you forgot cleaner, healthier air.
Pierce Phelps Bryant will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable. To find a local Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning dealer near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
Brian.
Whatever it takes.
Let's face it, real estate is broken. Commissions are outrageously high. Service is poor. And there's been little to no innovation for the last 50 years. Until now. Let me tell you about Hauser. They're a disruptor brand. Kind of like what Uber is for public transportation. They're bringing so many new things to market that truly benefit you, the customer. Flat fee listings that put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Salaried agents who are local experts that truly have your back. Sellers. Want to save thousands or get a guaranteed cash offer on your home? Hauser can do that. Buyers, searching for your dream home or need to make a cash offer to compete? Use Hauser's cash to win the deal. Yes, you heard me right. Backed by game-changing technology and the best reviews in the industry, Hauser is your go-to company for buying and selling homes. Check them out at Hauser.com. That's HOUWZER.com. Put hard-earned equity back in your pocket. Hauser.com.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Can we wrap this up? I need to get home in time for General Hospital.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
If you haven't checked in to Port Charles in a while, you should. Things are getting really crazy.
I'm good.
Things are getting crazy. Cassidines are up to it again. Trouble. Hey, CNC Heating and Air Conditioning. They're local. They're still family-owned and operated for over 50 years. Proudly servicing Bucks and Montgomery counties. Visit cc-hvac.com. So, Pat being a... Are we figuring out that Pat's going to end up on one of those, 2020 specials?
Yes, he's a psycho.
Because, this is a really...
Andrew points this out to me, and it's a very valid observation.
Okay, give it to us, and then Pat will respond.
Yes. When Pat hosts here in the studio, he cranks the heat up. When he does 4Q Flyers production...
Which is a different studio.
Right?
By the way, that is freezing in there.
That is a cold room.
It's a very cold room.
He brings a space heater in with him.
Okay.
Yet when the temperature's 55 degrees out, he puts his AC on at 60.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And when I'm home and I'm kicked back, I have a space heater on my feet.
Okay, I don't understand it. You have air conditioning on to make yourself cold.
Here's the best part. I don't need you to understand it. I understand it.
No, Pat.
Once again, if any three of you want to get into my bed and sleep with me, all right, because Jamie didn't stay the night. He left. He called an Uber. All right, when me and
quit it.
Yeah, exactly. But if either three of you men want to sleep in my bed, then you can chime in. Until then, I don't want to hear it.
But Pat, when John Quinones,
it's time for you to shut the
comes to the studio someday when he's doing the special on your life, and we're getting that opportunity to speak.
Big John Quinones fan.
What do we say? What do we say at that point?
Probably
Pat, we didn't see the warning signs.
When these psychopaths usually when something happens, it's I had no idea.
No, we know.
Nice guy, and that's the thing. You guys will be the first ones to say, "No, we knew something was up."
We knew something was going on.
Wait, so are you wearing sweats in the AC?
Or shorts?
Are you talking like
last night Phillies game?
Oh no, I'm sleep. What are you?
You got the space heater on your feet, the AC on 60.
Are you in shorts or
no,
in sweats?
Okay, no. So when I'm watching the Phillies game, I'm watching it. The space heater is on. The AC is not.
Oh, okay.
But you have no heat going on either.
I only put on the AC when I go to sleep.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
What?
Man, I'm telling you.
It's this is the way I live. I'm not criticizing. I didn't come to work today. This is why Alec Boehm says what he says. I didn't come to work today to be criticizing how I live my life, and I'm not criticizing how you gentlemen live your life. No. But yet here we are.
We're not criticizing.
We're
trying to understand.
We're wondering. Say you're not criticizing because you are. You're criticizing with your eyes. Jamie's sitting here laughing, demanding answers that he doesn't need. John's sitting here with a smirk. You are criticizing. Stop.
There is a smirk.
Don't sit here and lie.
No, I'm raising my hand. I'm being side-eyed.
Thank you for pulling an Alec.
Oh, I'm judging you, but I'm trying to understand your ways.
I need you to understand. I understand.
I do not know, Dave. I do not know Dave Zangaro, but I do enjoy his work. So I'm going to ask you, how much do I potentially just think about this with Dave Zangaro? He's doing the wrap-up of the mock drafts, and he puts this whole thing together. And I think maybe Dave Zangaro put something at the top of his piece where he does the roundup of the mock drafts. He put one first. Chad Reuter from NFL.com. He put one up yesterday, and I swear to you, I think Dave put it there first in order to just drive me nuts. Jordan Davis at 10. I've been telling you that I've been told, watch for the Eagles to potentially go to 10, that the Jets will pick their first pick where it sits, and the Jets will be looking to trade back the second pick and get additional assets. So Chad Reuter of NFL.com, and this is where Dave Zangaro chose to put this one first. They trade up to 10. They give up a third and a fifth to move up, and they get up and they get Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle, at 10. First of all, Jordan Davis. So I then do a search, and Jordan Davis, I saw 8, I saw 9, I saw 11. So that could very well happen. And then Chad also says at 18. The Eagles select Kyle Hamilton, the safety out of Notre Dame.
Oh, man. Clean up aisle 4.
Yeah, I needed a cold shower. I really did after that one. And I think that Dave Zangaro did it to just he chooses to put one of these first. He picks one of them to be first.
This Kyle Hamilton slipping thing seems like it's getting momentum.
It does. And it is again. Now, they did a really good thing on it on NFL Live where the insiders were all saying, from what they're hearing from NFL general managers, is there are some premium positions that you just have to grab somebody when you can get them, and they don't consider safety a premium position. Most teams do not consider it when they build their defense a premium position. So that's why they believe he's slipping. But if you think he's one of the, and overwhelmingly, and I saw where they talked about it, and Mort's going, he's considered many teams consider him a top 5 player in the draft.
If he's a 10-year starter for you, you can't overthink that.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, there's so many busts.
Oh,
absolutely.
Half the first round almost every year are busts. If you can project a guy as a 10-year starter in this league for you, then it's a no-brainer.
I think it's a no-brainer too, but they don't consider it a premium position. And then in the same breath on NFL Live, they're like, yes, but he is with many teams considered to be a consensus top 5 athlete, top 5 player in this draft. I don't get it. If I was a general manager.
Micah Parsons was the same thing last year. Everybody was saying, oh, this kid has a chance to be the best player in this draft. Top 5 player. And who went out and had the biggest impact on the league?
Micah Parsons.
Him and Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase and Micah Parsons.
Yeah. And he's going to be a cornerstone of the Cowboys for the next decade. Don't overthink it.
You're now, with Micah Parsons, a little more valuable than a safety?
An edge rusher is definitely more valuable for sure.
But again,
But if he can play safety, linebacker, even some nickel, then what's the issue?
I'm shocked because if I would like, here's one of those things where if Jeffrey Lurie, if I'm an owner of a team, so I'm going to pretend like I'm an owner, and I come into the room and my scouts are telling me about what's going to go on for the draft, and my general manager's making a presentation, and they say, well, our top 5 players in the draft, Kyle Hamilton's one of them, and then you go, well, wait a minute, your mock says Kyle Hamilton's available at 18? Well, we're taking him, right? You consider him a top 5 player. We're taking him, correct?
Yeah.
And then if somebody told me, no, we're not going to do that, I'd be like, okay, I don't understand your thought process. Pass on that.
The thought process then would probably be the second round is safety rich. There's like 3 or 4.
And by the way, it is.
There's 3 or 4 guys there that could be 10-year starters too.
None of them considered Hamilton.
No.
The athletic freak,
and maybe not everyone can come down in the box and play in the front 8. Not everyone can line up at nickel. Kyle Hamilton, by most scouts' reports, can. So he's more versatile. Don't overthink it.
I'm telling you,
I totally agree with you. I don't overthink it a little bit.
You don't have rights to overthink it right now.
Well,
you have needs.
Best player available, or the old argument is always, do you draft best player available or do you draft by need? I would think best player available is the best way to have sustained success as an organization.
Yes, but it can change if you
drafted a quarterback one year.
Yeah, like if you're the Chargers and you absolutely need an offensive tackle, do you go best player available or do you fill the need? And if you're on the verge of winning on the doorstep, you probably go need.
Hey, Martin Law is Philly's original law firm for injured workers. You can schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. In Cooney's Corner, Bob says the Phillies still need something, and he thinks he knows what it is.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Now, we're 4 games in, Bob.
I love all the hitting that this team has. So far, I really like, and the names that are there, I like the starting 5 pitching. I think the bullpen has improved. Sir Anthony's looking good. I think there's a lot of positives to this team. Defense is what it is, and we saw that last night and blah, blah, blah. But there's one thing that this team sorely needs, and hopefully last night was the start of getting it. And to me, it's a rival. They need a rival. Now, I know Pat will probably say, well, the Mets are that. And I hate the Mets as much as Pat does. And to Pat and maybe others, that's the rival. But I don't think it's felt out there. And I don't think it's like really sustainable yet.
Really?
I need this series to make this Mets team your number 1 rival because I want it to be. I want every fan of the Phillies to think so, and I want the Phillies to feel it also. I don't think a Castellanos, a Schwarber, those guys, maybe even Real Muto, I don't think those guys feel the Mets as a rival just yet. I need this series, and the Phillies need this series. Something to happen, and last night was a really good start, to make this Mets team your undisputed rival.
It's going to be tough this series just because they're not facing DeGrom.
Right, exactly.
They're facing McGill. So I don't know how many guys.
That, Pat? Who?
They're facing McGill.
McGill.
I think. I don't know. So it's going to be tough. Now, this Mets team does have a little a-hole to him.
They do. Nimmo.
Nimmo is the biggest tryhard in baseball.
Oh, Dominic Smith is a hate the face for him.
Dom Smith and his Tommy Toughnuts, resting B face. And then you've got Max Scherzer, too, who just stares everybody down.
And I can't shake Pete Alonso's terrible hat at the All-Star game last year. That's going to stay with me forever.
Chris Bassett's comments, too, of like, I don't care who the F you are. I'm coming after you. Buck Showalter's thing. Like, this team to me.
You don't dislike Buck Showalter,
I don't like. No, he's a manager of the Mets. I can't stand him.
Okay, but that's fine. Yeah.
I can't stand him. Now screw that guy. Like I find this Mets team more unlikable than previous years. So for me, but I'm biased though, Bob. Like you talked about, like this is my most hated team in sports. So I'm probably not the right person to talk to.
We hate them,
but this team. I can't stand anybody on their team. I find a lot of these guys unlikable, and they were unlikable before they joined the Mets.
Yeah, I'm almost. Not that I wish this, but I'm almost looking for some, they hit us, we hit them kind of thing from the Mets this week. Just because I just want there to be a no doubt about it rival for this Phillies team.
Benches clearing.
If the Phillies win tonight, I will predict a brushback or a hit batsman tomorrow.
Bring it.
Because the beginning of the year, these first things between quote-unquote rivals are always about sending a message. That would be one that I would expect. And Buck's old school. He's an old school manager. I think he'd be like, let's get these guys a little uncomfortable up there, especially after seeing the bats last night, which was nice.
Yeah, for me, the rivalry is the Mets. It'll always be the Mets because they come down and invade, and I hate them, and... Yeah, it's they are the rival. They're locked in for me as the rival.
Okay. For me, they are. I hate them.
Because the Braves, I never really felt.
Really?
Not really. They just kind of ruined my childhood a little bit.
You don't deal with the fan.
You don't deal with the fans
That's
as much.
Part of it. That like going down there and having to deal with a fan base, a rival fan base, definitely fueled my hatred for the Mets. Dealing with those, people.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible. I mean, it's. You know what I think we need? We need Jamie to bring some of his frat boy friends down.
I'm not a frat guy.
No.
Yeah, we bring him down.
We don't need that.
No, come on.
Pat tried to do the lineup because I posted a golf picture of me and my buddies. There was 2 Mets fans there. Pat tried to guess the 2 Mets fans because he said he has a good sense for them.
The one I nailed.
He nailed the first one right away, and he missed the second.
How did you nail it?
He had a goofy hat on.
Goofy, stupid-looking face. The other guy, I missed that he had this weird-looking stance that I completely missed.
His stance bothered you?
Everything about Mets fans bothers me. Everything. I can't stand them. It's one of the reasons I don't like Villanova.
Wait a minute.
Like Villanova is full of
one
Mets
of the
fans.
dumbest reasons.
No, it's not one of the.
They're more Yankees fans.
You will go to a Phillies Mets game and you will definitely see people wearing
you will
Villanova
see Villanova
stuff with Mets hats.
yes.
Don't act like they won't.
Yeah, no, St. Joe's doesn't get any New Yorkers.
They do, but not as many as the Mets. Or not as much as Villanova.
That's the dumbest reason I've ever heard for hating a university.
And you see
just say you're
Jets and
jealous.
Mets
Just say you're jealous.
You do see a lot of it in.
You do.
Yes, they draw from New York, Connecticut, New Jersey.
How about in Villanova, in the sports bars near Villanova?
You guys are so jealous.
I'm here to tell you that there's a couple bars on the main line that show Giants and Jets games.
Yeah, Jamie, this doesn't even have to do with the
Villanova
success of the basketball team.
That's all I'm going to say.
My university had a lot of New Yorkers, too. Do you hate them?
Yes.
No, you hate them because you're jealous of their basketball program.
You literally asked a question. I said yes, and you're saying it's not.
It's because it's jealousy.
I don't like your school. I don't like your friends.
Yeah.
I don't like the Mets. What aren't you getting?
Because it's rooted in jealousy, Pat. It's okay. Just admit
I'm
it.
jealous of the Mets now?
You're jealous of
what?
Villanova. It's okay.
You're just making up this narrative. You're not even listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth.
You're jealous of Villanova. Just say it.
I'm jealous of their basketball team, yes. Not their fan base.
There you go.
Not the fan base.
But he hates the fan base because he's jealous of their success.
No, I've hated the fan base long before they won
those are two
a national championship.
Mets fans have nothing to do with Villanova.
Yes, they do.
Keep telling yourself
that.
that.
Do,
you know how many universities have a lot of... Guess what? This just in. New York State has a lot of people in it.
Jamie, ask any one of my friends, and they will tell you, before Villanova won a championship, I did not like Villanova because of the Mets angle.
And there are those are two separate things, Jamie. Not liking their basketball program because of immense success, and I have great envy for their success. The fan base, it's a completely different argument. It is, and again,
New Yorkers go to school all over the place.
Cousin Ryan checking in. He bartended in those bars, and he said it is Met fans, Met fans,
Are
Yankee
you wearing
fans.
a Francisco Lindor jersey under?
I mean,
under
come
your,
on, there
under
might
your,
be
your green
Here's
jacket
one.
there.
Here's a great one from ESPN Stats
There's a lot
and
of New
Information to
Yorkers.
change it
I
here.
don't know what's going on here.
Jamie Lynch, defender of Mets.
How
fans.
bad?
Long Island's huge.
How bad are the Phillies defensively? The Phillies are on pace right now, after 4 games, for 243 errors in a season, which, by the way, is the biggest pace that any Major League Baseball team has been on after 4 games. Okay, now, what is the worst season of all time for errors? Because I got to wonder if the Phillies are going to challenge it. They're on pace for 243 right now. The Major League Baseball record is the 1979 Braves had 183. 183. The Phillies are on pace today for 243. No team has had a worse start to a season when they've been tracking.
Those bats better be good, and they better stay good, or they're in trouble.
Or you might be selling bets. I mean,
I would go to prop swap if I was doing that.
You would do that if you had to. By the way, next week, we're talking every hour of the show. We will say thanks for listening. Every hour of every day next week, we're going to give away $50 gas cards and say thanks for listening. It's all being made possible by our friends at H&H Heating and Air Conditioning. Fast, friendly, local HVAC service. Visit delcohvac.com, and you will be able to take care of business there. $50 gas cards every single hour.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's good. H&H takes good care of people.
How did Anthony find his way in here today without Coach? Were you all right? Did you get lost?
He found his way right in.
I had my GPS.
Oh, okay.
Good move.
Yeah,
All right,
okay.
smart. Yeah.
My
All right,
ways.
I'm going to say
work.
something here. I'm not betting you're a big, like, you do not have to have the app on with directions in the car many times. I'm guessing Cuz
he doesn't even like highways.
Cuz knows every back road. I would imagine Cuz knows every back road.
He hates
almost every-
highways. Who hates
I didn't
highways?
know. I hate highways.
My man.
I hate highways.
I always
No,
put the
if I-
ways on
no,
to check
I-
traffic.
no, if I'm in a
have to be
speed
honest
drive,
with
you got to check the
I
traffic.
wish I was that way.
Really? I would think you'd know every shortcut in town.
I don't know enough. I don't.
Where you're coming from, you got to know traffic, or it could kill you.
Jamie?
Yeah, I'm constantly on the ways.
Yeah.
Constantly.
I jump in with Jamie anytime. Jamie knows. Jamie literally, we saw that there was traffic one day. We're getting on 76 to go down to the golf place downtown in Center City.
5 iron golf.
And here comes Jamie. Flip, 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 flip.
Yeah, listen.
And he figured his
if
way
I'm in
around.
the city, I got
you're
covered.
fine. Right.
Anywhere outside of that,
Weighs it up.
I got a ways.
I love having I don't use the Waze. I use the just whatever's on the Apple CarPlay, whatever they've got hooked up.
But I hate
and
but
I
I
just
hate
got
the
that.
highway too. I don't like highway.
Oh, if I could avoid a
Sucks
highway,
being in Mulca Hill. All friggin' highways. I hate it.
I'd prefer not to hit a highway. I wish there was a way I didn't have to take 76 and
I
202.
I don't like stopping and starting. I like just go.
Yeah, I hear you. It's weird. I grant you. I hate driving, period.
Do you?
To me,
I don't mind it.
I hate it. I would get rid of it in a second.
Okay, so if I gave the old argument, driver, chef, maid, full-time, Beasley's come to you and say, cuz, you've been a great employee. We're
Right.
going to give you for a year.
It's a tough
You
one.
can have a driver, you can have a maid, or you can have a chef. I'm choosing a
it's
chef.
between two.
Chef's done.
Yeah,
for
maid's
me.
out for me.
No, to me, it's the chef's out because I can.
He
cook.
likes to cook.
I like to cook too.
No, I don't
chef
need
would
chef.
be awesome.
I don't need chef. The maid. Listen,
I've
seen your work bags.
I'm talking Alice from the Brady Bunch too. She's in
Right.
there. She's doing the laundry.
No, yeah.
She's cleaning.
No, I'd be yo Al. What's going on? No,
Yo, Al.
but the driver would be great.
It would be
because-
nice.
Now, if I never had to leave, well, I would enjoy that. My dream
Wait a
used
minute.
to
Wait,
be.
wait. You staying home all day?
Yeah, like I hate having to go leave
places.
So you enjoy? Wait a minute. So you could you get up on a Saturday morning? A Saturday. You don't have a work day. Could you get up on a Saturday morning
I
and
work
go to
on
bed
Saturdays.
Saturday? Okay, yeah, but let's say it wasn't. You can get up in the morning and never leave your house all day long on a day off of work.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I could never do that.
If it's college football.
Really? Never. Like you wouldn't do anything to go to the store, get out of the house, take a walk.
Oh, listen, I can live in a hotel room. It used to be my dream to live in a hotel.
Really?
Yeah. Now I'm not telling you I won't go for a walk. Go to bebop around a little. I like bebopping around, but I don't need to go. First of all, if I never had to go to another store in my life, I'd be happy. I hate stores. Hate all stores.
Anthony could be a soap opera character because they'll always have certain number of characters live in the local hotel.
Yeah, I would love
And I'm like, wait a minute, how do you live in a hotel? Where's your stuff?
I
if I
hate
didn't have
stores.
children, I would live in a hotel.
You really?
I would.
Who hates stores?
I hate stores.
He hates grass.
Bob, they should just have the camera on Bob.
Stores.
What's
so
you don't like stores? Really?
I hate stores. Why have to go to a store? Well, what's fun about a store?
You can't have somebody, though, pick your groceries for you.
Yeah.
You can't have that. You wouldn't want someone picking your produce, picking your...
Pick away. I don't have to waste time doing that.
Bob loves the store.
I do. I love shopping. Food shopping, I love.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Listen,
what's coming up on...
But here's the thing. Then you're in line.
Yeah.
Like, I like the... You know what I like?
The new Amazon stores are coming where you just pick it up and walk out.
but
No
you know what?
checkout.
I hear you.
Yeah,
My buddy went to one in
Those will
Virginia.
go over well in downtown Philly.
Yeah, we know what I like? Go just to go 9th Street. Then and just get stuff for one day.
There you go.
I don't need to go for a week.
Right.
The store owners...
That's annoying. I go, look at this. I want some fish today.
There you go.
I go here. Nice.
How French
you
of
want to
you.
be George Jetson. You could just hit a button and just have it all come right
I'm
to
down.
you.
Europe's got a lot of the tiny fridges.
I'm down with George.
Hey, do not miss Cuz Radio coming your way next with Junis.
This morning. Don't worry about it.
Hey, support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partners, Farron Electric. Make a donation to the AACR. That's the American Association for Cancer Research. Go to 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR because cancer research saves lives. Look forward to having a big day tomorrow. Stay tuned. John Kincade Show will be back tomorrow at 6. And Cuz Radio and Mike Missinelli Show coming your way next.
The John Kincade Show.
Talking sense into people isn't really my thing. In fact, I'm better at the opposite.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Do your days involve constant virtual meetings and the need for connecting with coworkers wherever they are? Have you transformed your offices to meet these needs? Haverford Systems can keep employees safe and connected using the best equipment to stay productive throughout the day. Haverford Systems is Philly's most experienced audiovisual company, designing custom solutions to provide employees with the technology they need to get their work done